So you stumbled on the Napalm channel, blown views, panel, killed and tremble, smoke a camel, don't get anal. It's classic games all the time, watch me rhyme, stream full time in my prime, kill an undead like I'm Rick Grimes. Stream starting soon, so let's attune. Streams in the afternoon, beneath the moon, let's commune. Getting old, need a spoon when I eat my prunes. I learned to group in Black Burrow, end up in the dunes. So hit the like and the sub and the bell. I don't smell pretty swell in the dungeons where I dwell. You'll be a fan, I foretell. Shoot a spell when I yell and be my clientele. Thank you to the members on YouTube and the subs on Twitch. Thank you all for joining the Nathan Napalm Nation. You help keep the lights on so I can keep streaming and pumping out content. I want to also thank the highest tier members for their epic support. Bounty Code, Jared Woodhouse, Daimlos, Farthest Reach, Sparrow, Random Rob, Galarain Moonsong, What's the Takeaway, Bad Wolf Gaming, Robert Taneka, Pip Pop, My Boot in Your Ass, The Crinkle Boy, Scarpy Bard, Aaron Owen, and Steven's Magic Castle. Thank you for your highest tier membership. Support the Nathan Napalm with super chats or by clicking join to become a member of Napalm on YouTube, or by subbing or with bits on Twitch. Every dollar helps feed a puppet for a day and keep Nathan on the air. Thank you all so much for your support. Stream is starting soon. Oh. So you stumbled on the Napalm channel, blown views, panel, killed and tremble, smoke a camel, don't get anal. It's classic games all the time, watch me rhyme, stream full time in my prime, kill an undead like I'm Rick Grimes. Stream starting soon, so let's attune. Streams in the afternoon, beneath the moon, let's commune. Getting old, need a spoon when I eat my prunes. I learned to group in Black Burrow, end up in the dunes. So hit the like and the sub and the bell. I don't smell pretty swell in the dungeons where I dwell. You'll be a fan, I foretell. Shoot a spell when I yell and be my clientele. Thank you to the members on YouTube and the subs on Twitch. Thank you all for joining the Nathan Napalm Nation. You help keep the lights on so I can keep streaming and pumping out content. I want to also thank the highest tier members for their epic support. Bounty Code, Jared Woodhouse, Daimlos, Farthest Reach, Sparrow, Random Rob, Galarain Moonsong, What's the Takeaway, Bad Wolf Gaming, Robert Taneka, Pip Pop, My Boot in Your Ass, The Crinkle Boy, Scarpy Bard, Aaron Owen, and Steven's Magic Castle. Thank you for your highest tier membership. Support the Nathan Napalm with super chats or by clicking join to become a member of Napalm on YouTube, or by subbing or with bits on Twitch. Every dollar helps feed a puppet for a day and keep Nathan on the air. Thank you all so much for your support. Stream is starting soon. Oh. So you stumbled on the Napalm channel, blown views, panel, killed and tremble, smoke a camel, don't get anal. It's classic games all the time, watch me rhyme, stream full time in my prime, kill an undead like I'm Rick Grimes. Stream starting soon, so let's attune. Streams in the afternoon, beneath the moon, let's commune. Getting old, need a spoon when I eat my prunes. I learned to group in Black Burrow, end up in the dunes. So hit the like and the sub and the bell. I don't smell pretty swell in the dungeons where I dwell. You'll be a fan, I foretell. Shoot a spell when I yell and be my clientele. Thank you to the members on YouTube and the subs on Twitch. Thank you all for joining the Nathan Napalm Nation. You help keep the lights on so I can keep streaming and pumping out content. I want to also thank the highest tier members for their epic support. Bounty Code, Jared Woodhouse, Daimlos, Farthest Reach, Sparrow, Random Rob, Galarain. What's up, everybody? You're going to see some weird stuff here. I've got to fix a couple of things here, like Steve's camera. We are live with the Nathan and Steve show. We got some really big news to talk about today. Lots of stuff actually happening since our last show. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm joined here by my co-host, Steve.
How you doing, folks? Welcome to the Nathan and Steve show. We got some interesting things to go over today. Let me tell you right now.
It's going to be wild. All right, we got that. Now,
I do just want to say, before we really get rolling here, the other day Akira Toriyama unfortunately passed away.
Right.
And when that happened, I think that's the first time for me a celebrity death kind of hit me. Or I was like, oh, dang, that's getting me.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That one's rough because he was involved in so much. You know what I mean?
Dude, I'm definitely buying Sandland now. That sealed the deal for me.
Yeah.
When it comes out, I'm buying it.
Yeah. Yeah, Sandland for sure now. Like, that was kind of a maybe before, but now I kind of feel like I kind of got to get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Brad McQuaid was the first celebrity death that really got me.
Yeah.
I think that was the first time I actually got really highly upset, and took me quite a while to recover from that one. But yeah, it can be rough,
I actually didn't know who Brad McQuaid was until after he had passed away.
Oh, interesting.
I just didn't know.
Yeah.
I know who he is now, but
yeah. Well, let's see, what's chat talking about here? Pantheon Monsters Members of Quest 3 ready for something new. Most of the MMOs out now feel like the same game with different art styles.
I kind of hear that.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
I've been feeling like that for years, actually.
Yeah, Doom Turkey is looking forward to the Final Fantasy XIV expansion. We're going to be talking about Final Fantasy XIV tonight. We got some news to share about that, and some news about Final Fantasy XIV. Could we get a table of contents of what you're covering? Yeah, we could do move this over here. We could talk a little bit about some of the subjects that we're going to be covering today. So, first of all, we're going to be talking about, let me scroll up here. We got a lot. We're going to be talking about Final Fantasy 16 coming to PC. We're going to be talking
some chips. I'm just going to let you guys know I'm eating some chips.
All right, are they good chips?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
We're going to be talking about the classes in Dragon's Dogma 2, the vocations. We're going to be talking about Outward 2. Super excited to look into that. Final Fantasy XIV coming to Xbox, and me and Steve's future plans for that game as we get close to that new expansion with the graphic update and all that. We got Crimson Desert. We're going to be taking a look at that. They got some new gameplay for that. We're going to be looking at a news article about a disturbing console on the market.
Oh, man.
We're going to be talking about Dune Awakening and their new trailer. We're going to be looking at the Fallout series coming to Amazon Prime. We're going to be talking about a new game coming out called The Night Wanderer, The Sinking City 2. We're going to be looking at the brand new Mario news. Got something exciting there. And
let's go.
We're going to be reacting to Asmongold reacting to a guy pooping himself. And
okay.
and a few other games, Fade, Indica, and Zoria, and Unicorn Overlord, and all kinds of other games as well. So we got a lot. We should probably, if you're ready, Steve, we should probably just go ahead and kick it off here with this first little piece of news we got, which is looking at Final Fantasy XVI for PC.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. They're saying expect a demo soon for it.
Yeah, let's look at this article. So, yeah, they said they will definitely be releasing a demo first for PC. Now, here's the interesting thing about Final Fantasy XVI. It did just release recently a DLC.
A DLC?
And there's another DLC coming like the next couple of months. Mm-hmm. So, it feels exactly right that the PC release will have those DLCs included. Because
yeah, I bet they will.
The one DLC actually happens at a certain point in the story anyway. So for the PC version to have that included, you could play it through and get to that part and play the DLC and then continue with the story, and it'd be a really cohesive, cool way to play it. So it's just an RPG, Corey. 16 is not an MMO. It's a single player, regular single player Final Fantasy game. 14 is their newest MMO, and they haven't at least spoken openly about a new Final Fantasy MMO, which judging how they're doing with 14 revamping the graphics and the way they talked about how they're going to try to make that game at least stay relevant for another 10 years, I don't think there's a new Final Fantasy MMO for a while.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a long while before we ever see that.
Now, they did talk a little bit about the specs for Final Fantasy XVI on PC, and they said it's going to be kind of high, which makes sense. And I think one thing that's going to be required is an SSD.
Yeah,
or better.
I bet you it will.
Yeah, because it was built with that in mind originally, and apparently, you know, they were going to try to find a way around that for the PC release, but I think that's going to be one of the specs for it. The game does have pretty good graphics. I mean, it looks really nice. I'm expecting for the PC release, it'll look even sharper and better, higher frame rates if you got the specs for all that kind of thing. So, pretty good.
Yep. And finally, the chance for anybody who didn't have a PS5 that just was waiting for it to come on PC. There you go. It's finally time, boys. It's finally time to get those chocobo on the broiler.
Put them on the broiler. So yeah, look forward to that. If you have not played Final Fantasy XVI, you were waiting for that, for the PC release, because you didn't have a PS5, didn't want to buy a PS5, whatever the case may be, it's a must-play, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's a good one.
It's really, the story is excellent. The combat is full action combat. They got the guy over the combat from Devil May Cry to come over and do the combat for it, and they did a bang up job. It's really good. It's addicting. It's very addicting and fun and beautiful, and the places, the people, the background story going on.
Dude, it has such cool characters too. Oh
really good characters. I feel like they really nailed that.
Sid, that version of Sid,
the best Sid ever in Final Fantasy.
Just said in Final Fantasy VII, I got to where Sid is at, and I love his voice, dude.
Yeah, they picked a good voice actor for him, for sure.
But anyway,
still gotta say the Sid in 16 has an even better voice actor.
Oh yeah, dude, the
so
Sid is just legendary in 16. Like, I don't know if a Sid will ever actually top him.
Yeah, premium content, man. Final Fantasy 16's premium. Good stuff. Let's see here. What else do we got here? We've got. Let's go ahead and. No, we're not going to watch this whole video. I just want to get to the classes part.
Okay.
So let's pull up this Dragon's Dogma video here.
To an advanced
class. Right up, man.
Let's skip to right there. It's got chapters right at fighter. Let's start there. Let me know when you're ready. I need to get all my chats.
What is going on here? Oh, okay, I'm ready.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me pop out these chats so I'm not missing stuff on Twitch here.
When you load that video, a guy starts talking about dry bears, and I thought I was doing the wrong thing, but it's called Dry Bear Gamers.
It's Dry Bear Gamers. This is their video that we're just going to be kind of reacting to here. Let me get this chat popped out. There we go. All right, now let's react. Let's watch this video. You ready, Steve?
I'm ready for this.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Between them. But enough yapping. Let's start with the fighter, which is your sword and board basic all-rounder combat specialist for Dragon's Dogma.
This is what I'll be.
They are very good at staying in melee range. They use a sword and shield, and they have a lot of different ways to buff themselves, the people around them. They can taunt to draw enemies towards them by banging on their shield, and they have a lot of ways to deal status effects and front melee damage to the target as well. They can pretty much do anything relating to basic combat.
Oh, look, some of that armor looks sweet. That winged
climbing on monsters because they're so durable. So if you run into a mountain troll and you want to break off one of their tusks or stab them in the eye to weaken them, or you can even jump on one of their legs and have someone jump on the other leg or deal damage to the leg to cause them to fall. Fighters are super good at this because they're so durable and flexible with how they play. And I think even if you don't play a fighter as your main character, you're Arisen, it's very likely you'll see a lot of fighters, at least one fighter in in every party because they're just
Medusa.
so dang useful.
You gotta have that tank
in almost every possible
And those
situation.
harpy
Now, the
teats.
Strider from Dragon's Dogma 1 was basically a combination of Archer and Thief in Dragon's Dogma 2. And I think the reason they split this is a good one in that it also just felt like there was too much going on for one vocation in the first game.
Yeah, we need a
because
straight
the
up
Strider
Archer.
was
I'm glad they
split
did that.
between dagger skills and flurry attacks and combo attacks with the daggers, and then you also had your short bow and attacks from that, or even your long bow when you switch up into the higher vocations. And I think that just felt like it was too much for one job, so they split it up into two, and the Archer is going to be the one that focuses on the range attacks. Archer uses the bow and arrow as the primary, and this seems rather simple, but there's actually a ton of things that you can do with arrow types and positioning in Dragon's Dogma 2. You can have silencing arrows that you use
for those
to
flying
silence casters
creatures
from a
in
distance,
Dragon's Dogma, you've
explosive
gotta have
arrows, oil
range.
arrows that coat targets in fire. Then you can have the mage set everyone ablaze to start burning them. There's poison arrows, elemental arrows. There's so many different things that you can do with the ammo types and
I like
the
that kick to
skill
the
you
face
bring
he
to
does.
the battlefield as an archer, that it becomes a really awesome choice for people that like having that kind of strategic
It looks so sweet,
approach to
dude.
how
Just
they
the
battle.
high
Now, unlike the
fantasy
fighter, especially if
style
you're
of it
playing
is
the
very
archer as
cool.
your main vocation,
They put a lot of
for
focus
your
into the-
arisen, just be aware
into the
that
monsters
not
to make
every
them look
enemy
cool,
that you
you know?
face will fight your melee targets. Some of the enemies, especially
very
bandits
cool.
and some monsters, will focus on the backline, which means they'll
that
run
mage has
towards you
levitate,
and
dude.
start
Did you see
attacking
that?
to go around your melee fighters, no matter who's in your party. So as a ranged character, you will have to be very wary of what comes towards you and playing around your dead zone as people get close. But there's tons of different skills that you can unlock, being able to knock targets down, cause
Ooh, look at
gusts
those
of wind,
orcs, man.
knock them far
Wow.
away from you. You can jump up and jump off their head. You can
That
bounce off
Minotaur's
of
cool.
walls and do airstrikes. So really cool attacks. So this is kind of like your Legolas style character, but has a lot of utility.
it's
with the
Legolas.
kind
Oh, I
of
get it now.
ammunition that you use with your bow. The Thief has really evolved in Dragon's Dogma 2 to be
Here
just
we go, the
honestly
Thief,
one of the
the rogue.
flashiest of vocations you can play and are super fun to interact with, especially when you're talking about the
This game's
large
gonna be a lot of
monsters that
fun,
you'll
man.
encounter.
I know.
They wield dual daggers, one in each hand.
And that's
and they
this
have
month,
super
right?
Fast
Yeah,
flurry
March
attacks,
22nd.
spin attacks, aerial
probably be the
attacks,
next game
and
I play
tons
then.
of ways to get in and out of the fight. They also have non-combat abilities like stealing from enemies and NPCs,
cool.
which adds to a nice a little extra
that's
element
awesome.
to your role playing. And they have a lot of contextual moves as well, where you can trigger sliding under the monster or sliding up the monster, or even like a Monster Hunter style
so cool
dual
looking.
blade spin attack where you turn into a
That
Beyblade
Griffin,
and start dealing
dude.
damage to them all over the place. They're not as tanky as a fighter or warrior, but they're super fast and agile, especially when you start getting some of the later game augments that can make you very dexterous. So if you like dealing damage,
Big
getting in
Julius
and
right
getting out
there.
with quick hit
He's
and
a
run
big
tactics,
Julius,
and
alright.
you also like mounting the monster to do tons of really fun stuff, I think Thief
Yeah,
is
being able
right
to
up
use
your
them as a
alley.
bridge
Next
is
is the
hilarious.
mage, which is kind of like your
It is, but it's
all-magic
kinda
type
awesome.
caster.
I like
Unlike
it,
the
yeah.
sorcerer, who may specialize in offensive or destruction magic, the mage uses all kinds of magic: support magic, healing magic, offensive magic, elemental magic, everything. Just a general all-rounder when it comes to magic. And for that reason, you'll probably see a lot of people using at least one mage pawn in their party, just because
Gotta
there's
bring
some
a mage.
buffs and augments and support and healing, that you
healing,
can get from
yeah.
having a mage around. Now keep in mind that you can give healing items and you can craft
Ooh,
healing items.
that
You can give
flame
them to your
burst
pawns,
looks
you
cool.
can keep them on yourself, you can craft them.
Yeah.
So you don't need a healer, but
That
it is
looks
nice
awesome.
to have one because it gives you that extra little bit of protection and buffer. But not only that, but they have ways to add elemental attacks to your weapons. They can buff your weapons
cool.
and give you extra damage. They can also, like, if you do a holy augment on a weapon, like you imbue a weapon with holy, it serves as a flashlight in dark areas like caves.
Oh, cool.
Or in,
Mage light.
super like dark nighttime areas. And remember that you are part of a total overall element. So there are some really cool mechanics that come from casting in this game that are pretty different than, say, like an archer would as a ranged character. Not only can you cast spells, but a lot of the offensive magics can be held for longer to get increased effects. Maybe you can have them shoot 3 times in quick succession instead of once. You can increase the area of effect or other statuses or elements of that, or just cause more damage from it the longer you hold it, which means that if you have a good party around you as a caster, you can spend that time setting up, using the right spell at the right time, and you also want to learn what elements are good against which enemy type. Some monsters are weak to lightning, some are weak to poison, some
I
are
like
weak
that.
to fire, some are scared
Have
of ice,
weaknesses.
and which one you use changes how you impact the battle. Not to mention the support aspect is super useful. You can cleanse status ailments like poison, you can heal people up, you can buff them and bolster them, or change their element type of attack. And that concludes the starting vocations for the game that you'll be able to select on
See if
character
he goes into
creation.
advanced ones.
As you level up a little bit and venture forth into the world, you'll unlock all of the advanced vocations that you can pick for your characters, and the first is going to be the warrior. And the warrior, like the fighter, focuses on direct combat, dealing melee damage, and they forego their shield and defense for more offense. And they wield two-handed weapons like a great sword or a great hammer to do tons and tons of damage to targets. They're also still very good at mounting enemies and monsters and dealing damage to weak points because of this. And as far as single hit damage output, it's probably warrior and sorcerer that have the highest. But again, they are a little bit slower and heavier for that reason. So if you like dealing big single target damage, one-shotting things, warrior might be a good choice.
Yeah, the Manticore looks awesome, dude.
It really does.
Climb up and cut off his little snake tail.
Cut that little snake tail off, boys.
The battle, they still do have some nice shouts and some support abilities that can help affect the battle in ways that are unique to their vocation. And they're also still one of the most sturdy in the game compared to all the other vocations except for maybe fighter. So if you like being able to get into the fray, get surrounded by enemies, or get in the face of a dragon or a griffin or a manticore,
I may make a warrior at some point, but that's not usually my bread and butter.
Right for you. Next is the sorcerer, and is the last vocation on this list.
In Dragon's Dogma, specifically?
Well, in almost any game, the slower pace, two-hand, that's usually not my thing.
Support magic to focus
I usually don't play that either,
destructive
ever.
magic. This is actually one of my favorite vocations from Dragon's
Dogma. You see him bring down that comet a second? Oh, dang, look at that tornado.
Ridiculous room-wide AoEs that kill everything in sight, and they take that from like a 10 out of 10
Dude,
from
their
Dragon's
freaking
Dogma
robes
1
look
to
awesome.
like a 20 out of 10 in Dragon's Dogma 2.
They really do.
Some of these spells like Meteor or
awesome.
Tornado Storms
Kill those
are
Gila
just
monsters.
ridiculously strong. So if you like just building up for a big destruction and blowing everything away from you while your party of pawns fights around you, then Sorcerer is definitely the way to go.
Jeez.
And again, keep in mind, unlike the Mage, you will be able to do more damage, but you also will not be able to have access to all of the support and healing that you would have with the starting vocation. They specialize in an arch staff.
I usually like to play as a sword and shield.
Me too, yeah.
Whatever they call it in whatever game.
In general, most of their spells on average
don't know why that is.
a lot longer to
just feels
finish.
right
They
for
have
me,
a lot more
you know,
wind up
like-
and a lot more time planning. So you
I
kind
feel
of
like in my mind, that's like the legendary get-up.
But you
You
do
know
what I
have
mean?
a
Yeah,
good
that's the way I
strategic
feel.
approach. It's kind of like Archer, where you
Well,
want to
sometimes
figure
I
out
like playing
where
as
you're gonna
archers.
stand, what you're going to use.
I like
what
a good
spells are
wizard
most
class
important,
sometimes.
and getting a good surveillance of the battlefield that you move through as you're planning out your spells, because they are very huge, very large effect, but much slower in comparison to the mage spells, for example. Moving on to the 4 vocations that are exclusive to the Arisen, the main character, and most of these have either very specialized skill sets or have a hybridization of 2 or more skill sets from the previous vocations we've mentioned. Starting with the Magic Archer, which is a super big improvement on the DD1 version of this, and they essentially have kind of a combination of magic and archery, and it's not as direct as you might think. They can have energy focused bows or bows made completely out of light. They do use casting spells. They also have access to support magic, which is super nice, which means that even if you're not running a mage, you can play a magic archer. You can cast healing from a range. You can do buffs and custom things like that, and you have tons of ways to do lots of crowd control. So you take the utility of a archer and the functionality of a mage, you put them together into the magic archer, and you can basically do almost anything on the battlefield.
Screwing that griffin up.
The king, emperor, or empress supreme that does everything possible.
So
Jack of all trades, master of all things. Then magic
he
archer is
rezzed that
probably
guy.
the
Did you
choice
see
for
that?
you, as you will be able to have an answer to any possible.
That's going to be a
situation
cool
with
class,
this
bro.
vocation. And obviously, since you have a combat focus and a casting focus, you will be able to switch between those, and what spells you choose to slot into your spell slots, and
Ooh,
what abilities
goblins.
you use to slot into your action ranged
I
attack
love in
slots,
games
and
when
also
you can
your
go
augments and
goblin
core
killing.
skills
Yeah,
will
me too.
drastically
Something good about
change
killing
how
a goblin
magic
or two,
archer
or
plays.
5 or
Dude,
10.
Next
too
is the
many,
Mystic Spear Hand, and again,
Dude,
this
there's
is
too many games that
exclusive to
don't
the
put
Arisen.
goblins in the
And this
game
one
when
is
they could.
kind of like
I
the
agree.
Magic Knight from Dragon's Dogma 1, but with more focus on dealing actual damage. They have magic mixed in,
Looking
so
at
it's
you,
a
Embers
magic
Adrift. You
hybrid
need goblins.
vocation, just like the Magic Archer, but instead of using a shield like you would with the Magic Knight, you actually have a glaive, spear,
Oh,
or halberd
interesting.
mixture that goes along with it. So you have super
little bit
heavy
like a
focus on
dragoon?
melee damage dealing, but you also have tons of
Yeah.
magic as well, and they're also really good
Please
at
tell me they have a
moving
jump
around the
ability.
battlefield and mounting
Oh, he just stabbed
monsters
him in the
from
back.
really awkward angles.
Dude, I
So
might
if
have
you
to
run
make one of
into,
these too.
like,
That is cool.
manticores that move a
That
bunch,
is
or if you
cool.
run into griffins that go up in
Oh,
the
he
air,
did.
you may want to
Did
have
you
a
see that? He
Mystic Spear
teleported
Hand
to him.
Yeah.
on deck, so
It's
that
kinda
they
like
can get
jump.
on top of that target and mount them and start dealing damage
This
to the
is
weak
the-
point or severing the snake tail. So
I
you start
like this
getting
one a
points.
lot, dude.
And while the Mystic Spear Hand
Wolves.
and the Magic Archer both have access to useful support type magic, overall, I would say on average, the Mystic Spear Hand has more offensive magic available to them. They're definitely more of a damage dealer than an all-rounder when it comes to that. So if you like getting into the fray,
Yeah, I
having
like
tons of
that. That looks
attacks, or you just
fun.
like the Lancer from
Yeah, it
the
looks
Fate
awesome.
series, then Mystic Spear Hand is right up your alley. Next is another Arisen exclusive vocation, and one that I absolutely love when developers
Trickster.
include in
Huh.
a game, the Trickster. Now, the Trickster
I'm
is
gonna
what I
be
would
the
call
Trickster
a
no matter what now.
non-combat character. They
I don't even know what it
really
is yet.
overtly
Except they're
focus
using
on dealing
incense.
direct damage.
I know, dude.
with direct
I'm gonna
means.
play
They
as a
don't have
Trickster.
ways
It'll be
to
awesome.
trade blows with a target, and these are kind of like the mesmers and the really unique
Oh.
utilitarian style
it's a-
jobs and
it's like
classes
a-
that exist in
crowd
RPG
control.
games that make super
Weird.
unique and fun interactions. So if you're up
Oh,
for
it
an
just
interesting
made an
challenge,
ice
or
bridge,
you want
dude.
something brand new that you probably haven't experienced in many other games, if at all ever, then I would recommend checking out the Trickster.
I can't even
The main
believe they
weapon of the
did
Trickster
that.
is the sensor,
looks like an
which is
interesting
a
class.
smoke,
Yeah.
container that dispews smoke
And I love
and
tricking
mist,
people.
and just general smoke all over the battlefield that can do different things. And they can use this smoke to buff allies, not in the way of like a mage or a magic archer where you can apply elemental bonuses. It's more like just giving you a raw damage increase. And this buff is actually quite substantial. You can make all of your
That would
pawns in
be
your
an
party
interesting
do
playthrough, dude.
insanely high damage
Yeah, it would.
for a short period of time after giving this buff. And if you run with maybe like a warrior and a sorcerer and like an archer in your party of pawns and you buff them, you're going to burn down targets very, very quickly.
Wow.
But not only that, but they have tons of things that go along the lines of misdirection. They can create illusions or clones.
I
that
saw
fit
a
the
dragon
battlefield. Kinda
made of
reminds me of
smoke
Mesmer
earlier.
from
Did you see
Guild
that?
Wars, where you can actually
Yeah,
just
dude, this looks
distract
actually
and
kind of like a
reorient
fun
enemies.
class.
They also have a pseudo taunt where they can draw the attention.
I can't believe they even made a class like
this
this for a
which means that
single
you
player
can
game.
Easily reposition
Yeah.
enemies. If there's a fight that you're
Interesting.
going on against a mountain troll or a large monster or even a bunch of small monsters, and you want to get a better vantage point, lead them into a choke point, lead them to a cliff or a natural
Must be some good
environmental
stuff in that
hazard
sensor.
that you can use to damage them or kill them. You can use that on the Trickster to guide them and reposition them throughout the fight. You can also create tons of illusions of walls that enemies will think are real and not go build past core. You can create fake bridges and juts that look like you can stand on, but you actually can't because it's just smoke, so
Oh.
enemies will jump on top of them and fall to their death.
Oh,
or
wow.
Or land on some trap
like
that you
that.
set
This
up
is
for them.
really
And all
unique.
in all provides for a very unique
Oh, that's what he's
experience.
killing them
That's
by
what he
doing
was
that.
And
doing.
lastly, we
Weird.
have the Wayfarer.
Okay,
or
the Wayfarer might be what
I've
I
actually
do.
seen official
Yeah, that would be my classic
marketing
go-to.
materials from Capcom and the Dragon's Dogma 2
For
team
me, too.
use both of these titles.
He just feels like he's the
Wayfarer
main
and
character,
Warfarer.
man. Look at
I don't
him.
know if it's
Yeah.
just a translation thing. Their
It's like
official
King
website
Arthur
says
out there,
Warfarer,
dude.
but a lot of their marketing materials can say Wayfarer on them. One of the two. But this is essentially a everything type vocation. Again, this is a Risen exclusive, so only your main character will be able to play this job. And if you've ever played Rubik from Dota or Blue Mage in Final Fantasy, this is kind of what this is getting at. The Wayfarer or Warfarer can use every single possible weapon in every possible way. They don't have any limitations
crazy.
in the
They're
gear
just
that
not
they
as good
select,
at
and they
any
can
of 'em,
mix
I
and
bet.
match things as well. On top of that, they can also pull abilities, spells, augments, all kinds of things from every other vocation in the game. And the drawback for this, because obviously there would have to be a drawback, is in general, they're not going to be as strong as the main users of them. Their base stats are pretty low, they're kind of squishy, and so you really want to understand the strengths and weaknesses of the things that you're borrowing.
I might just go straight fighter then,
or vocations,
and then
which
do this
obviously,
one later.
if you know an enemy is super weak to dark or holy or ice, being able to have that as an option is super great. If you have an enemy that's weak to mounting and maybe you want to do more mounting, the Wayfarer or Warfarer can do all of it, and you'll be able to respec and change and shift your strengths and utilities to fit the situation that you're currently in, and might be a fun way to play as your main character, because then you can fill any gap that arises in the moment without having to go back to
would be fun,
or re-change the vocation for
That's
your
interesting
pawn. And all in all, I'm very glad they added the Wayfarer
there.
and the trickster to the game.
So yeah, like that looks some really good options here. I think I'll probably do my first playthrough as a fighter. Now you can go and you can level up a couple with the same character, so I may do like a fighter and I don't know. I might play around into that Mystic Spear Hand too or something. The interesting thing about this game, though, in case you didn't know, is that they didn't want save scumming to be a thing. They wanted you to have to live with your consequences. They wanted you to have to replay the game, because like you can miss things in your first playthrough. Like it's not possible to see everything in the game in one playthrough, because if you go do one thing, then that means another thing you missed on, kind of thing. So the game is really built for you to just like try different things and then like kind of carve your own kind of story and what happens in your playthrough that time. And then that way you play it again. So you can't have multiple characters. Some people don't like that, but you can only have one character and that's it until you either delete. So if you start a new game, then you have to delete the other game that you had going. And that's just how the game works. That's how the original one was as well. And it worked good for that game, because it just makes you play different when you know that like you're making a choice and that's it. You know what I mean? You can't go back. You know what I mean? That's what it is. So
you have to live with the consequences of choices that you make.
Right. I think that was a good idea. A lot of people are a little upset about that. They're just looking at it, I think, from kind of a, classic game kind of way that things are usually done, and it bothers them. I think it's good. I think it's okay to do stuff like this too. I mean, I am a little sad because I would like to have multiple characters going, no doubt.
Well, there is one workaround to that.
Reinstall the game on a different hard drive.
Are you playing it on PC?
I'm probably just going to get on PS5, but.
If you're getting it on PS5, you can just start a game under, just make
a different
random
account.
profiles.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Just make a different account, and then you could do it. Yeah, true. I may do that.
That's one way.
Just so I can play around a little bit. But definitely plan on streaming this, and that is true. Thanks for pointing that out. You can go ahead and make your main character and your pawn with the demo. It's available on all the systems it's coming out for like Xbox, PS5, PC. You can go and get that demo and go ahead and make a character, because Character Creator streamed it yesterday. You can find it here on the channel. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it looks awesome. I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be a McBlast.
It's going to be a McBlast. So this is my next big game I'm excited about. I think
me too, actually.
What's cool about this game is it's a Western-style RPG, but it's made in Japan, right?
Yeah.
So Elden Ring, I'm not going to say it's like Elden Ring, but Elden Ring was similar, as in made in Japan, but meant, designed in a Western kind of way. So I think, in my opinion, for 2024, this is probably going to be the Western RPG of the year. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody can beat JRPG Chronicles of Valyria coming out here, in April, I believe. I think that's
Eiyuden Chronicles?
Yeah, what did I say? That's what I meant to say. Eiyuden Chronicles. I don't know what I said. Eiyuden Chronicles coming out. I think it's April. I think that's going to be the best JRPG we get this year.
Yeah, I think it does come out in April, actually.
So it's right after this. So we've got like back-to-back. We have Final Fantasy VII launched there at the end of February. This launches here at the end of March. And then towards the end of April, we get Eiyuden Chronicles. So pretty back-to-back.
And Sandland.
And
that Stellar Blade game that's
and
demo
Stellar Blade,
leaked and they had to take it off.
Yeah, I heard about that. They accidentally leaked the demo.
Dude, there's people being like, they ripped us off. And I'm like, guys, the demo leaked on accident. Stop freaking out. It like they're acting like somebody stole it from them, the people that installed it.
Because they took it away, yeah. So cool, man. I'm really looking for Dragon's Dogma. I think this is going to be a really good one.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. I'm in it to win it for that one, like a New York Met.
Dude, I'm going to spin right into Dragon's Dogma like I'm Crash Bandicoot.
Dude, I'm going to be on that game like a grandmother on crack cocaine. That game's going to be off the chain like Magic the Card Game.
I will be doing a launch party. So right at midnight or 11 p.m. Central when the game launches, start playing it at launch, just like I did with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And that's a game through the daytimes. I'm going to want to stream and work my way through the game live. For those, I will say this. It could be different in Dragon's Dogma 2. We'll have to see. But I will say this. I know a lot of people don't like to watch the stream because of spoilers. I don't personally think that the story of Dragon's Dogma is the catch of the game.
I didn't feel like that about the first one, at the very least. I
really don't think that's going to be the big deal. The big deal is going to be the exploration and where you decide to go and what the little things that happen to you along the way. So if you're worried about spoilers, I highly doubt the story's like going to be the big part of this.
You never know. They could have.
Never know. They might have whipped it out this time.
This one.
They could have.
Yeah.
What's the takeaway? Thanks for the super chat, man. Appreciate it a bunch, dude. I'm going to have to skip some games this year. Wallet can't handle it. Me too. There's some games I'm going to have to skip out as well. I'm going to grab up the big RPGs for sure. Hopefully we get some MMOs. I'm going to definitely do those. I'm going to only be buying games that I think are good for the channel. And previous years where money was a little better, I would buy a couple of games, like that really wouldn't help the channel, but that I wanted to play. And I don't think I'll be doing that this year. Thank you. What's the takeaway? I got a little super chat celebration for you. Here we go.
Super chat. Thank you for your support. Super chat. Super chat.
All right, we're back. Thank you so much. What's the takeaway? Appreciate your support, brother. So, speaking of cool RPGs on the way, dude, I am so hyped that this is actually happening.
Outward
2, man. Outward was so much fun, dude. And now we got Outward 2 on the way. They released their official pre-alpha trailer. Such a unique RPG. Steve, when this game comes out, we got to 2-player it up. This is a 2-player RPG that is so unique. Did you get to play the first one?
I don't think so.
Well, it is good. It's so stinking unique and cool and really feels like an adventure.
I should probably play this game.
Look, Outward 1 is really fun, but yeah, you should definitely, you're not going to need to play Outward 1 for Outward 2. Like, no doubt. You can just jump right into this one. But let's pull up that trailer real quick.
All right, I'm ready.
Have you seen this yet, Steve?
No, I don't think so.
All right, let me know when you're ready. I am hyped for this, guys. I loved the first Outward so much. All right, here we go. Yeah, it was a little clunky. Yeah. Hopefully, it looks like they might have fixed it with this one. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. 9 Dot Studios. What you got?
I heard of them.
It's been 50 long years. Every day remains a struggle.
If there's skeletons in it, I'm in.
Especially if they laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Every step forward is paid in blood.
What kind of a game is this?
That's no reason to give up.
It's an RPG, like
better than anyone.
But I have you. How many others have a
like an action adventure RPG?
Not everyone
okay.
is as special as you.
They're really cool.
My dear Simeon. Even so, they are not alone. They have each other's back when it matters. I have seen them chase.
Oh, he's got his backpack on. There he goes.
I have watched them grow. At every turn, they surprise me with their adaptability,
A
their
chicken fighter.
resilience, and their grit.
Gremlin lizard.
You know the dangers they face.
Whoa.
Only the
A Wendigo.
exceptional can overcome those odds.
Look at that long
No
neck son of a gun.
Even ordinary people can do
Whoa,
extraordinary
man, those things are cool.
things.
Whoa, crazy.
Look how far our world has expanded.
Is the
All
first one
because
like
they
this?
chose to
Yeah,
venture
it didn't look
into the
this good.
unknown.
I know how I never heard of this game.
Dude, it's
Don't
good.
hold their hand.
It's really good. I'll explain
open
more
the door.
after the trailer
And they'll
of what
be
makes
Look
it
at
so
that cool
unique.
thing. That pig deer thing.
Oh, mounts. I didn't even notice that before until you pointed that out. Add to wish list, Steam. All right, so let's...
That looks pretty cool.
Dude, so what makes Outward so unique is the way that the game works. So, like, you can play it solo or you can play it with one other person, right? And it did include split-screen co-op, which was cool because a lot of games don't do that anymore. Me and my wife played it split-screen co-op. But what makes this game so good is, like, how to put this? The world is really big. And it reminds you of, like, Zelda, as in, like, you just go do what you want when you want. You know what I mean? Like, there's not, like, a set thing necessarily that you have to do. You know what I mean? You just...
Oh, okay.
You have smaller objectives. Like, in the first one, you owed this guy some money. How you decided to pay the guy back was up to you. You know what I mean? You went out and you could collect seashells and sell them. You could go out and kill monsters, sell their stuff. You could, you know... go rob bandit camps, whatever. But another reason this game was cool, besides it just feeling so open and the world feeling so big and just fun to explore, was that, like, the way they handled death. So, say you die in the middle of, like, a forest, right, by some wolves. When you die, your backpack with your crap on it might be gone. It might be lying right there where you died. Or maybe you're dragged back to the wolves' den and you wake up like in the wolves' den where they dragged you to, right? Or maybe like some bandits have kidnapped you now and that you're or maybe even you've been made a slave. This actually happened to me in a mines and you're like working and you have to figure out a way to escape and bring other people and or just try to escape yourself or try to like cause a revolution so that all the other people come with you. So like it feels legitimately like your story is weaved depending on so many different factors that nobody's adventure will be exactly the same. You know what I mean? There's just too many things that could happen in so many different situations. Super fun.
It looks pretty cool, man. It sounds good.
Yeah, the combat was a little stiff in the original.
I might have to check that out.
It looks like it might be a little bit better in this one, just judged off of the little bit of combat it shows. It looks like it's a little bit more fluid. It felt like the older Dark Souls kind of combat in the original. So hopefully they make it a little bit more smooth. And I think that's that's all this game really needs. Give us more of what the original had. Give us even more open, big world, to explore. But dude, when you set off, there's a part in the game where it suggests that you go to like through the desert to this really far away town, right? And dude, when you're traveling there, dude, it feels legit. Like you're buying water and food for the journey. Like you're kind of freaked out in the desert. Like I don't know how they pulled it off in Outward, but something about the way they designed this game to where when you go off on a journey, it feels like Lord of the Rings, Hobbit. You're really kind of scared to step out into the world. You know what I mean? It's good.
That's pretty sweet sounding.
Yeah, and you got to unlock, in the original, you had to unlock magic, and it was so epic when you did it. Like, you would go into this cave, and it was just super, because we had to go unlock it for my wife. She wanted to be a mage, so, like, we had to do this really cool quest to, like, get the magic for her, and, oh my gosh, it's just so good. Fun little game. It's a game that feels, it just feels like what we always hoped games would turn into. It's one of those, you know what I mean? Super special.
Yeah,
Outward,
I'm definitely checking it out. It looks cool.
Outward is still one of my most popular videos. Baldur's Gate 3 and Hogwarts Legacy, one of my guides, surpassed it, but it's still in the top 5 most popular videos I've ever made, was me talking about Outward. Yeah, sleeper hit, man. And in the meantime, 'cause it's probably going to come out for a while, if you haven't checked out the original Outward, I'm pretty sure it's cheap now. It's on everything. It's on like PS4, PS5, Xbox, Steam. I don't know if it came out on Switch. It wouldn't shock me if it didn't. I think it did. It's like available on everything, and
Gosh, I can't believe I never even heard of this.
Yeah, man, I went wild playing this game, dude. I like literally didn't do anything else for a good month because of this game. I loved it.
Wow, that's awesome.
All right, so I'm super hyped for that, man. Big fan. All right, what do we got next, Steve?
Final Fantasy on Xbox is coming.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So they released a little trailer, it looks like.
Yeah.
Whoops, I pulled up the wrong thing. Let's see.
Here's a little trailer of the Xboxes.
This is cool. I'm glad they're finally getting it. It's long overdue. It's long overdue. So I figured this would happen like on the original Xbox One, not the Series X. I thought for sure this was coming out on Xbox One. All kinds of weird things between Sony and Microsoft that held it back, but finally it's happening, and they will be playing with everybody. So, like, if you're on Xbox, you can pick a server, and you'll be playing PC players, PS5 players, PS4 players, everybody. Excellent MMO, especially if you're okay with, like, here's what I think about Final Fantasy XIV. It took what World of Warcraft did and just made it cooler with a really good story.
Yeah, that's an awesome story.
And it just kind of took the things that are addictive about World of Warcraft, but did them actually good, not shitty. If that makes sense. I like it. I think 14 is a great game. We'll be playing that on this channel more. March 21st it comes out. So what? A day before Dragon's Dogma launches, Final Fantasy 14 is launching on Xbox. But yeah, me and Steve are planning on playing this game and getting through the Endwalker and preparing for the expansion coming up. What's the name of the expansion again? Dawn Trail, right?
Dawn Trail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty curious to see where they go next in the story. Obviously, I haven't finished Endwalker yet, but I know that's sort of supposed to be like the
ender.
The end of the big storyline they've been rolling with.
Yeah, they said that, like, recently in an interview, they said that, like, some of the characters are still going to return for Dawn Trail, but it's a new story arc. It would be really nice, and I think, I haven't seen confirmation for this, but it feels like that what they're going to do is for new players, maybe they won't have to go through all the old expansions. They'll be able to just start in Dawn Trail.
Right.
Does that feel...
I don't know. Is that... Wait, are they doing that?
I don't know, but that's what it seems like by the way they're advertising, like that this is a new beginning and all this, right?
Oh, that would be crazy.
That would be good, because it's a little difficult for a new player, I feel like, to go through all that old content. It's a lot.
I mean...
You're probably talking about, like, 3,000 hours of content.
It's worth it.
It's worth it, and it's good, but I do feel like the original... Especially, I think once you get past the Realm Reborn content, not to say it's bad content, it's just that that's the worst of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you've never played it before,
maybe,
and it's your first time, plus now you can get through it insanely fast.
Have they made it even faster than it used to be?
Yeah, dude, you can get through it so fast now. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see. I'm kind of hoping they give an option for a new player experience. I think that would be really good.
I wonder if you would have the ability to go back and play the old content.
I would doubt they would let that go. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure they'd let you have the option. Like, hey, would you like to level up through OG content or start with this content? I just feel like it needs to be an option.
I'm so curious to see now.
Yeah. I started just in time to finish Shadowbringers when Endwalker came out. That's what I did too. And then Endwalker was out, and then I barely even scratched it, and then I moved on. And I'm going to finish up Endwalker. I'll be streaming and playing it, on the channel. And I definitely want to be there for the launch of Dawn Trail. I think it's going to be a fairly big deal.
Yeah, me too. I really gotta get on that game and get their Endwalker. I really gotta do it.
Yeah, we should try to do some of that together, especially like,
Yeah.
Even if, some of that you do by yourself, but then we would catch up and do a dungeon together or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We definitely got to.
Yeah, we will. We for sure will.
And I always really wanted to check out that little, that island sanctuary thing that they put.
Oh, I haven't done that either.
That one. And I really wanted to check that out, and I still haven't got to.
I haven't done that either, and I've heard a lot of people really liked it.
Like all your minions are running around in there and stuff. Like I gotta
it's
get
like
in
your own.
this.
It's like your own private home island thing. Alex, thanks for super chat. Did Steve enjoy Deep Fear? Did the Sega Saturn impress? What was your opinion on that, Steve?
On Deep Fear?
Yeah. Remember when we played Deep Fear?
Yeah, the one that was like a Resident Evil type game.
Yeah,
right?
Wasn't
that the one? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. I think during at the time, if I would have had that back then, I would probably be going crazy about that game back then.
Oh yeah, it was. It was great. It was a good game. It's
It
unfortunate.
had awesome voice acting.
The voice acting, honestly, it is bad. But I like it still. You know what I mean? It's part of the charm. Thank you, Alex. Thanks for super chat, brother. Yeah, let's celebrate this.
What was that guy's name in that game with the purple suit on that talked all
Du
hilarious?
Bois, I think.
Oh yeah, Du Bois, or whatever his name was.
Du Bois. He was like, oh no! All right, let's celebrate that super chat. We'll be right back.
Super Chat. Thank you for your support. Super Chat. Super Chat.
All right, we're back. Yeah, man. Well, that's Final Fantasy XIV. Pretty excited about it. Dubois.
Yeah, Dubois. It turns out it's Dubois.
So next up, guys. So there's a new gameplay trailer for
And we know you're
Crimson
be
Desert
excited about this, guys.
from the makers of the award-winning Black Desert Online.
If you liked having to buy every single outfit in the game, then you're gonna love this.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
Game player. Games, trailers, tops.
What's the tops?
All right, so what we got here?
I mean, I don't doubt the combat will be good. I bet it will be.
Like, it looks cool. Just like last time I said that with the first one.
It's not an MMO this time.
It's not?
No, Crimson Desert is not an MMO.
Oh, really?
I think it takes place in the same world as Black Desert, but it's a, I don't even know if there's any multiplayer. There might be. I don't think there is, though.
Is it, what kind of a game is it? Just like, is it like an RPG?
Yeah, it's like an action-adventure RPG. He's carrying his sheep.
Well, this might be cool, then. This could potentially be cool. If it doesn't have some kind of pay, if it's just a game, is it a game you buy, or is it free?
I would assume you buy it, but I don't know. We'll see if we can figure that out.
This actually might be something cool, you guys. This might be the kind of game that they should have made in the first place.
Yeah, what they're going for is like, like a Skyrim, Elden Ring, but with towns and not.
Oh my god, dude! I did not know that.
Yeah.
This looks actually pretty awesome in that case.
I like the animal heads.
Piper.
Oh, he was Pied Piper. It was. Oh, whoa! Air travel.
If this is a single-player game for real, this might be amazing.
Notice it's only shown on by himself.
Yeah.
Oh, catching horses, nice. I like the fishing it showed too. They almost sold me with that fishing alone, to be honest.
I know, it looks good.
Oh, a caravan. Oh, that looks cool. Oh, sick.
Whoa,
oh,
whoa.
I like that. Oh,
Whoa.
that was pretty cool.
When does this game supposed to come out?
I don't know. I'll see if they got. I don't know if they have a release date. Maybe it'll show at the end of the trailer. I hope. They've been working on it a hot minute.
Yeah, I just assumed I had heard of this game, but I just assumed it was like their next, like it was an MMO.
I'm pretty sure I just saw him throw a goblin at somebody. Oh, that dragon looks sick. Look at the wheat flying around.
I know, dude. This is cool looking.
I guarantee the combat will be good. Like, I have no doubt. Dude,
This could potentially be a cool game.
that raven thing onto the horse.
Crimson Desert, Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom. Dude, so a couple of things I want to say about what we just watched there. Number one, that's how you make a trailer, everybody. Not cutscenes. Show a ton of gameplay to where we get hyped about it. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, it's still going.
Yeah, now there's some story.
Oh, sweet.
Let's see what's happening here.
Only those who lived through the hunger, cold, and dangers of the wilderness may find a home in these lands. Call it the pride of a northerner. They came with their manners, rules, and ranks.
Cool.
I couldn't care less about the ways of you lowlanders. Up north, we have our own way of doing things.
Maybe comparing this to Skyrim Elden Ring is wrong. Maybe I should compare it to Witcher 3.
The lands here are cold.
That feels more like the right comparison. Oh, that is sick.
Full of dangers, whether you're a prince or a peasant.
Whoa.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, this is selling me.
Dude, I'm sold already. I'm already sold. I'm gonna try this out.
I think I am too. I'm not even gonna lie. This is looking really good.
Who cares if we die?
I was only like mildly interested up until now.
But I wasn't interested in it at all until now. This looks freaking sweet.
It looks like it's got a decent story too.
Yeah.
Macduff, you are our leader.
There's all kind of cool like races and creatures and monsters and
Oh, that giant looked epic.
yeah, dude.
Oh,
Look,
sweet. A kraken, dude. Oh my gosh, that dragon looks so. Oh my god.
Dude, this looks nuts.
Oh, Minkerstormer just came out of the swamp. Dang, dude, no wonder, dude. They've been working on this for a hot minute, like 5 or 6 years. It's showing. What platforms? I think PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. Obviously, PC is their main. That's their main bread and butter. I'll be playing this one. I will too. I didn't know I would be playing this till today. But I will absolutely.
Yeah, it's the same, dude.
This looks really
this looks
good.
Freaking cool as hell,
dude. You know what? This is a genius strategy, because if this game is good, and I have a feeling it is gonna be, it will boost sales on Black Desert Online too. It won't work on me because I've already tried. I know I don't like Black Desert Online, but for a lot of people, they'll play this and be like, "Oh, sweet, and there's an MMO of this world. I'm gonna go play that." And a lot of people like it. I just don't.
I would actually probably be able to get into that game if it wasn't for the things that are locked behind paywalls.
Yeah, because I think the combat's interesting, and I could really grow to love it.
The very first time I played it, I was actually starting to get into it, and then when I realized
the costume thing,
what I was dealing with, when I realized that, I was like, it ruins it for me,
too.
dude. I like in an MMO to be able to get new gear, and it changes how I look and all that cool stuff.
Me and Steve actually played the Black Desert Online together for a long time when it first launched and had a blast until we realized all the nonsense. But this won't have that. This is a single player game.
Yeah, that's why I'm pretty excited about it.
And to be honest, it looks like they put a lot of love into this. Like this was probably a dream project. I bet you anything that Black Desert Online funded them to be able to make this game, which was probably their original intention. You know what I'm saying? I bet you anything.
Yeah, they made an MMO so they could.
Dude, look at that desert.
Dude, that looks nuts.
Bro,
dude.
this looks freaking. Look at the leaves blowing as they're walking, dude. This is crazy. This is actually really high technology in action here.
This could be a truly next generation game we're dealing with here.
That's what it feels like, doesn't it?
Yeah, dude, it just looks epically insane. Looks impossible almost.
Yeah.
There's so much crazy stuff that we've seen just in this trailer.
Now, one thing, which I don't mind either way, but doesn't it feel like to you that there's an actual main character, like you don't make your character? Are you getting those vibes? Like a Witcher 3 kind of thing? Like you play as that guy.
Yeah, but that could just be like...
He could just be that guy. Yeah, right. For the trailers, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, kind of like Mass Effect did with the guy.
I mean, I'd be okay with either way, but that's the vibes I'm getting. Yeah, this is quadruple A, guys. This is quadruple A.
Dude, this looks more like a quadruple A game than freaking. What was the game that he was saying?
That pirate game that sucks.
Oh yeah, Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones, yeah.
Dude, that is crazy.
Yeah, I knew this game had good combat because they do know how to do combat. Absolutely, no doubt.
Well, that guy's like an orc or something.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Then maybe you do get to make your own character. That'd be awesome.
I've seen a couple different guys now that I've been looking for more. Some of them have facial hair, some don't.
Look at the little leaves and like, look at all the particle effects and like, there's like leaves and like sparks and pieces of grass and look at that snow. Like, dude, they're showing the F. Look at that. They're just showing off. You know what I mean? Like, their engine is good. And that combat looks fun.
I think that they've got like multiple different characters they're showing footage from.
You're right.
It looks like.
That one was definitely a female. So yeah, there we go. That is an orc or something. Or one of the giant races or whatever. Oh,
dude,
look at him in a boat!
This looks actually freaking awesome, dude. I can't even believe it. It keeps getting crazier and crazier.
Get your RTX 4090 ready.
Look at that bear attack, dude. That's what we've always been trying to see, and now we've seen it.
Now finally.
In Crimson Desert. This looks nuts, dude.
I can't believe this, but this steals the show, bro.
Wow. I know, I did not see this coming.
To be honest, I just put this on here to watch today because it was new, and I was like, whatever, we better talk about it. I did not expect to be impressed.
Dude, what's crazy is I saw this when I was looking for stuff, and I didn't put it in there. I was like, eh, nobody cares about that.
Oh, wow, that rat monster thing.
Dude, look at that.
He was riding it.
That dragon riding, dude.
Dang, he is.
Riding on the dragon.
He's like fighting it as it's like in the air, or was he controlling it? I couldn't tell.
I don't know.
What in the world, dude?
Dude, that actually looks insanely badass.
Dude, my mind is a little blown, a little bit.
No, that is not what I thought we were about to watch.
Wow.
This whole time, I just thought Crimson Desert was some bullcrap new MMO that they were making.
I'm going to pull
I didn't know it was a single-player game. Like, what?
Let's pull up all the information about it.
Yeah, dude, what in the world?
Okay, so let's look. Okay, open world action adventure role-playing game. Let's see what kind of details I can dig up here. Okay, so whether you intend to or not, your actions will influence the story. Enter a war-torn realm of medieval fantasy where allegiances are tested and heroes are made. Gritty realism precedes aesthetic beauty in a vast divided continent. People fight to survive no matter how. So it looks like you can get mercenaries. You can go to like taverns and stuff and get other people to join you. Let's look at this. If you're lucky, you might only encounter one of the ferocious mythical beasts that have been awakened from their eternal slumber by the wars of humans. Though, of course, luck is a matter of perspective in this instance. As you travel through Pywell, be sure of one thing. Many dangers await in the world of Crimson Desert. So lots of world bosses. You do make your own character. Here, I'll show this to chat here. It shows some examples of characters that were made. Look at that goblin, dude. Look how cool he freaking looks.
Yeah. So it looks like the game was originally planned as a sequel. Or, I mean, as a prequel to Black Desert Online. And then the development of the game eventually transformed into something else, and the game changed to a single-player game set in the same universe.
Nice.
So I guess it originally was going to be another MMO that was a prequel one. And then it turned into this. This looks way sweeter than
Well,
that.
I'm glad that this is what it turned into, because I'm way more
Yeah,
hyped
dude, this
about
looks
this.
freaking cool, man.
Because I'm not going to lie,
I'm pumped.
I love MMOs. It's my favorite genre, but because of the past with Black Desert Online, if Crimson Desert would have just been another Pearl Abyss MMO, I would have not been as hyped.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, this is a single-player game, Grand Ole Reaper, and it looks... You might want to scroll back and watch that trailer we just watched. It looks epic.
Nuts.
This might... Let's see if we can find a release date. I don't think there is one, but let's see.
Dude, I cannot wait for this game. This is going to be insane. It looks awesome.
It's been in production since 2018. It's likely a 2025 release, so next year. It's coming out to PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X. No, it's a single player. I don't think there's anything. I think you just pay for the game. You buy the game. Now they may do like DLCs. There may be a little bit of that, but obviously the armor. You can obviously tell there's a ton of cool armor just built into the game. This looks like a game they're just trying to make a sweet single player game. You know what I'm saying?
And let me tell you, it looks sweet.
And you got to think of it too like this. I couldn't find anything about co-op. I think the reason there's confusion is because originally it was going to, but now they're just advertising single player. I'm gonna see if I can find anything about that. Yeah, it does not have. See, we don't know how old this information is. That's from a year ago. It's a single player game.
Yep.
Yeah, they've changed it. So depending on how back you go, if you go back a couple of years, they were still talking about, like, we may include some multiplayer. It seems like now they're just kind of doubling down on it's a single-player game. We'll see. But it's definitely not an MMO. But what's interesting about this, like I was saying earlier when we were watching the trailer, is they're smart enough to know that if people get interested in this, it's going to draw a bunch of players to go try BDO. You know what I mean? So they'll make a lot of additional money on BDO just if this game is awesome. You know what I mean?
Even if there is a bunch of cosmetics you can buy, as long as there's built-in armor into the game, I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't care if they want to release some extra crap, and I'm sure they will. It's Pearl Abyss.
But if that's the only way to get new gear in the game that looks different, then I'm mad.
There's no way, because you can see in the trailer like so many different things that they're wearing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool, man. I'm looking forward to this. So that's something to look forward to next year.
I didn't see that coming. I did not see that coming.
I didn't either. All right. Well, the next thing we're going to watch, guys.
Trigger warning.
Get ready, guys. I can't believe it. Here we go. This is Parents Warn. of gaming console with hidden racist and sexual content. So this is kind of an older article or video. This is actually from NBC News. But we just have to react to it. We just have to. It's so outrageous. All right, let me know when you're ready, Steve.
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
It seems like a normal gaming system, but it's far from it.
It's far from it.
The Super Mini SN02 preloaded with 800 games looks nearly identical to the original Nintendo SNES.
Looks identical. Hang on, pause it. Wait a minute. I gotta go back to that frame there where it says it looks identical. Hang on. So first of all, no, I mean, yes, obviously they were trying to look like the Super Nintendo. So this is a Chinese knockoff product, right? Like Super Nintendo, super classic game amusement system, right? Like anybody buying this for nostalgic reasons should be able to tell that this is not an actual Super Nintendo or made by Nintendo product, right? Like, if you thought you were buying a Super Nintendo and it's called Super Classic Game Amusement System, I'm sorry, you probably should be more careful. You know, like, come on. It's obviously not. I see what they're saying, but this entire journalism seems like they didn't do their homework. All right, let's continue. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
The original Nintendo SNES. Even the packaging is nearly a perfect copy. But it's not created by, sold by, or affiliated with Nintendo in any way.
Right. Nothing to do with Nintendo.
It looks exactly like a miniature version of the old Super Nintendo.
Taylor Turley's 5-year-old son was gifted the console for Christmas, and she was ready.
And it's not Super Nintendo games. That's Nintendo games. It's NES.
These games are very familiar with me.
Yeah, that's that game Kung Fu.
I honestly wanted to play the game before.
It's to play that before the bus game.
But she quickly realized some of the preloaded games included offensive or racist language and pornographic material. Like this image of what appears to be 2 naked children.
I gotta pause it. That's the McDonald's game. That's the McDonald's game that somebody has converted it. So what's happened here, if anybody doesn't understand what's going on here, people make ROM hacks, right? And honestly, the company that put this thing together didn't even know that it was a ROM hack and just threw it on. They just get a bunch of ROMs for free off the internet, slap them in these things, and release it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Tent. The book there labeled porn, and one with a sexually explicit character.
Oh no!
Looks like Ronald McDonald, along with an email account.
I can only imagine
The Ronald McDonald, the over 18.
They had an email account.
She says she was also shocked to find a game
So send me
with
your feet
racist
pics.
characters.
There's another game that is supposed to be like Mario 2, I believe. And it's called Black Man 2 once you get into the game.
my
and
God.
Oh,
I don't
no.
know how to describe it. It's pretty racist.
The gaming system, which doesn't list a manufacturer on the box, but says it's made in China, is sold by multiple third parties on major retailers like Walmart or Amazon.
Walmart sells
And
this?
we found it being sold in person at an electronics store.
No, that's where I've seen it at.
Displayed
Random little
right here on a table
booths.
outside the store.
Wait, pause it! Look at that Switch knockoff, dude. It's called the Plus. All right.
That's hilarious.
All right, anyway. 3, 2, 1, go.
Off Nintendo Switch.
Here is the loading screen, and we see Luigi here.
Wait,
Oh, look at
pause it!
Luigi.
Pause it! What is going on here? What is going on here? It says action game. It shows Luigi. It says shoot game, and it shows Mike Tyson. What? Shoot game.
Yeah, what?
Game. What does boxing have to do with the shoot game? Oh,
Shoot game.
sport game. I can't see what the bugs.
The Buster Bunny.
Buster Bunny. Yeah. I can't see what type of game he is representing there. But shoot game, Mike Tyson, dude. Oh my gosh.
Cartoon character games.
Oh, Maybe they thought that was O.J. Simpson. Oh boy! All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Luigi, very familiar. Looks like a fun game so far. Everything looks pretty normal. But as
It does not look normal. What are you talking about?
Deep into the game now. So 11 is the number of games that we've gotten to get to this screen. And on the same page, we have Mickey Mouse 3, which sounds like a game. Sure, you let your kids play that. That's fine. But on the same page, we have one that sounds much more explicit and questionable.
Mowgli. Oh snap! Here we go.
Mowgli gets us something.
I think it was naked.
Right off the bat, that's not the Mowgli I remember.
That's
it would
not
just be a normal game if it weren't for Mowgli being naked.
Right.
We've reached out to Disney
Naked
for comment
Mowgli.
on this, but have not
Disney needs to respond.
They reached out to Disney.
trying to warn other
That is hilarious, dude.
Disney had nothing to do with
She
that.
bought it for her kid when it was listed here as a bestseller on Amazon.
My husband went ahead and bought it. It was like, hey, this is only $50.
Hold up. Pause it. I got to go back to that guy's reaction as she's explained. That guy knew what he was doing. Look at him. Look at that face.
He looks guilty, dude.
He knew exactly what he was getting, dude. He knew. Look at him. You can tell. You can tell. He knew. She's the one shocked by it. He's just like, well, I mean, you know, it is kind of a Chinese. It was only like $20, you know. Like
it's like, you know,
those are ROM hacks, you know. They didn't.
We knew it was a knockoff.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
That's hilarious.
Head and bought it. It was like, hey, this is only $50. You know, we're going to go ahead and get this.
After Kyla reached out to Amazon, the company told her they were investigating.
Amazon's investigating. Don't worry.
Said the product was investigated and removed.
Oh, they removed it.
Today, it's now listed on the site.
Oh, they dropped the price.
Seller. Walmart also telling NBC News the game will be removed because it does not comply with our prohibited products policy. But we found one that appears to be the same system by a third-party seller today.
Shocking.
The online posts selling the systems do not mention anything about inappropriate content. They even
because they didn't know
reviews.
If you go into the district,
they didn't test these games. You know what I mean?
They are
they definitely. This is what you get for buying this, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I expect.
You're buying like a Chinese knockoff hack.
I bought a ton of these in my lifetime.
If you don't want to mess around, then just buy the real deal.
Yeah.
Make sure that parents knew what could potentially be on presents that they're buying for their kids.
My warning would just be to make sure that you go through the console yourself and test out these games, even if you're not interested in playing.
Play all 259 games.
Child is taking in and all.
How about don't buy illegal products that are only legal? They're only legal because
I don't think
China.
that they understand that it's not legal.
Yeah, I don't think they understand what's happening here. So the only reason these products can be sold is because they don't have the copyright laws in China that we have in most other countries, right? So they can make knockoff versions, they can do all this stuff, and they're selling, and you're buying it, and the product is shipped from China straight to you, right? And to be honest, there's so many of them that even if Nintendo wanted to pursue it, I don't even know if they could, but it's just not worth it for them, right? Because it's not like these are high quality products, right? Like number one, here's how you know it's BS. Any gamer would immediately know this is BS because it looks like a Super Nintendo, but it has NES 8-bit games on it.
Yeah.
That's the giveaway.
And nude Mowgli.
It has 4 buttons, but only 2 of these are needed because it's an NES game.
If you never wanted to play the Jungle Book nude, then you're not normal.
Yeah.
At least that's what I heard.
Every single time I bought any of these like products like this, they always have a couple of weird ROM hacks that they obviously didn't even realize. As a matter of fact, to show you how the ROM hacks have gotten out of control, my son was in the hospital, and there was this little entertainment system that he had that he could watch TV on. It had some video games. It was a children's hospital, so, you know, they were trying to include things, you know, for them being bedridden so they could have some fun, you know? But they had just thrown some just random ROMs on this thing, right? So he was playing a version of Kung Fu that was a ROM hack where he was like decapitating people and there was like blood squirting up in 8-bit and all kinds of weird stuff.
Really?
Yeah, and it was in the children's hospital. And I was,
oh my God.
just
dude.
to show, like, this happens
Hilarious.
if you don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? If you just grab up a bunch of games and slap them in. We had fun with it. Like, I was like, don't tell, let kids have fun. You know what I mean? There's nothing big deal. They could decapitate some things. You know what I mean? So we didn't, like, tell the staff or anything. We just let them play the game and laughed and had a good time. But you got to expect it. That's my point. It's a knockoff from China. That's what it is. You get what you get,
man.
That's what you get. Yeah.
That's what you get for buying an AliExpress Nintendo.
I just thought that was a hilarious take, because that's like a real news journalist who just had no idea what they were talking about. All right, let's talk about Dune Awakening.
Let's take a look. Let's take a gander here with our eyes.
Let's take a little
I'm ready
gander
to go.
at Dune Awakening new trailer. All right. Let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
Once again.
Arrakis is a test.
Unreal 5.2.
Few.
So that's a real eyeball. This is a survival game, right?
Yeah.
There's running in it.
Ooh, nice.
And worms.
Sandworm.
Look at that machinery.
Looks pretty cool.
Interesting.
Nice.
I'm not personally pumped about it or anything, to be honest.
I'm not either, but I think this is good for Dune fans. I think this is cool.
Yeah, it probably is for Dune fans.
Is this by Funcom?
Arrakis is a test. Few.
Thank you for Soup Chat, Scruffy Bard.
You know, I know this might sound crazy, but you know why I can't get into Dune?
Why?
Because the things that they use to breathe, I think they look so stupid, and I can't stand looking at them.
Oh, you don't like the way they look?
The little black tube going into their nose, like...
Yeah. It is
For some reason, I think it looks so stupid, dude. And I hate it. I know it sounds ridiculous, but there's something about it.
Yeah, this is a Funcom game, which does mean exactly what chat said, that like they'll support it for a couple years, and then that'll be that. And then it'll just kind of,
on to the next thing.
On to the next thing, yeah, for sure. But for a little while, for a couple of years, this could be fun for Dune fans. I don't know that I'll play it. We'll just see, but like, I'm not the largest Dune fan. Like, I agree that it's cool, but like, I've just never dived into it like other people have, I guess.
I've tried, man, and I don't know what it is. It's those tubes, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I should just read the books instead.
This right here is what Steve's talking about. If I can get a good... Come on. That looks kind of like a mustache.
Yeah, that's one of the better looking ones, dude. Sometimes it's just going on the one side of their face. So
right. Yep. Okay, so Scruffy Barb wants to know, Steve, can you share how you got your magic castle?
Well, pals built it.
Pals. You got the pals to build it for him, of course.
Yeah,
how else
like
would
in Pal World.
How else would he have done it? That makes perfect sense. All right, so is there anybody in chat that's like super hyped for that? I gotta know. Just don't be embarrassed.
Is anybody pumped? No, don't be embarrassed. I'm not a hater of it or anything. I just wonder
how many people
get into them.
Are kind of excited about it. New Doom movies were cool, but the book sucked, in my opinion, Cyber Nomad says. Oh my gosh.
How can I get into the new movie, man? I really tried.
Oh, really? I like the first one.
Yeah, the newer one?
I haven't seen the newest one.
Oh, I haven't seen the newest one. I couldn't get into the first one.
Steve is okay with the fat dude waddling in black fluid, but not the face tubes.
Yeah, the face tubes, it's where I draw the line. Get those face tubes. I don't want no tube feeders on my Dune movies, you know? So I don't like Dune, I guess, it turns out.
It's hilarious. It's because of that.
Yeah, dude, they get on my nerves so bad, and I think for some reason, dude, I know it's going to sound ridiculous, but the combination of that actor, Timothy Chalamet, that's in the first one, with a face tube, is even worse.
I kind of know what you mean by that, actually.
I did not get that out of my face. I don't want to see that. And people are like, oh, Dune's a ripoff of Star Wars. I'm like, I'd rather look at Darth Vader all day long than some face-tubed little biatch.
It wasn't the children with blue eyes, it was the tubes. Anybody else disturbed by those tubes?
I'm not even disturbed by them. They just are stupid looking.
They just look bad. You think they could
They
have
just
been
look dumb.
They could have been designed in a way that looked cooler.
Yeah, almost any other. They could have been wearing an N95 mask like a COVID outbreak was happening, and that would be better. I feel like.
Interesting.
Than the face tube.
Interesting.
But maybe I'm just tubist. I don't know.
Maybe he's a little tubist. You heard it here first, folks. All right, let's celebrate that super chat, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back.
Welcome to the Age of Conan.
Yeah, I mean, that's happening. It's a thing. Now for something...
We might not be allowed to show this.
I'm going to have to mute the audio for sure.
Remember, that's what we did last time.
I know. I feel like it'll be okay this time.
All right, let's see what happens. Let me get it pulled up here. I was too afraid to even get it pulled up. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, let me get mine up. Here we go. We're going to be watching the Fallout.
Have you watched this yet?
No.
Okay.
Have you?
I have.
I've not seen it yet. All right, so I'm going to mute the audio, guys. We're going to be watching the Fallout trailer for the Amazon Prime series. Everybody, before we even start this, everybody knows that out of taking something you like and making a series about it on Amazon Prime is probably the greatest thing that's ever happened to us. We love them, right? We love it. We love Amazon Prime taking some of our favorite franchises and turning them into series. They've just
Wait, is this real?
They've done
serious?
They've done such a good job in the past doing it that I'm pretty sure.
Who are you what series are you talking about?
Unanimously, I think we can all agree.
Wait, hold on a second before we go any further here. What series do they actually have a good one? Is there one out there?
Well, there's a first time for everything. This could be the one.
So they haven't made any good stuff?
Not that I can think of.
Not even one thing?
I don't think so.
Like Lord of the Rings, nah. What else have they? The Boys is pretty good.
There you go.
That's based off a comic book.
Yeah, that wasn't something most of us generally liked before.
That's true. It was more kind of a niche comic.
We already reacted to the Borderlands trailer and then made me remove it off of the video. But we did react to it.
Okay, let's
last
go ahead
time.
and get this watched before.
Here we go.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
I gotta be honest. Like
I'm pretty excited. That looks pretty darn good. We'll see. Amazon's tricked us before, guys.
I actually think Amazon has had some pretty solid hits.
I'm not gonna
outside of remaking certain things.
Right.
So maybe this one will be a home run. Maybe this one will be the win. I hope it is.
I hope so. It'd be nice to get a win in for anything that's decent. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it looks promising now. I'll definitely be licking my jowls clean the night that comes out.
All right, next up, The Night Wanderer.
This one? I don't know, guys.
I don't know either.
Let's have a gander.
All right, I'm ready when you are.
Oh, I'm ready to hit that Jengus.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, right in with those beats.
I think that might be the channel.
Trying to do me like that. Okay.
Mighty
Dang,
Koi.
Dude. Mighty Koi's got the intro. Who Blood and Honey, the
said
game.
it came out of the icy waves of the North Sea. Born of its raging expanse.
Dude, this is like gonna be like Vikings in space.
Vikings in
He
space.
emerged out of the night,
That's the vibes I'm getting anyway.
riding on a horse as big as a dragon. His sword ablaze.
What?
They
I have
said
no
he
idea.
Came out of the fright wastelands,
Dude, I think it really is Vikings in space.
shaped by depraved thoughts.
Dude, it really is.
Oh, he really is getting a sword made.
A shadow who sang
What an idea to bring that to come to fruition.
They said he was the son of a vagrant god
Oh, he's the son of a god, dude.
who sired him.
A Norse
with a
god, I bet.
mortal
Yep.
woman.
The son of Thor, I bet. Look at him. You can tell that's Thor's son. Look at him.
You can tell that guy vapes too.
They said he was forged by a lightning.
Don't know laugh if it actually shows him vaping.
Dude, I'll be like, okay, I'm predicting everything about this game somehow.
Yeah, 2 human vibes. Yeah, I'm getting that a little bit.
Dude, this is
Does he land on like
Assassin's
a
Creed Valhalla in
dude?
space.
If they're about to say that he landed on some like backwaters planet, then I might be interested. If that's what.
Oh, I bet you he did.
Is that supposed to be Earth?
Confined by the abyss.
I bet he does land on some backwoods water planet.
Yeah, that would be a cool way to do it.
They were like, let's do like a Star Ocean kind of thing, but with Vikings.
And that he actually is the son of a god instead of they just
Oh, yeah.
think he is. You know?
Or at least that's what they want us to believe for now.
Oh, true.
Because everything is so technological, who knows?
Oh, get out of there. It's going to blow. She's going to blow. He has no
he
way
better
home,
run.
dude. He's stuck on this planet. There he goes.
But he's never going to be able to buy fresh milk again.
And at the end it says...
I bet you there's going to be a goblin in front of him or something. Oh, a monster.
From the
space
mind of
monster.
Todd Howard.
They were all wrong.
Well, let's have a gameplay trailer next time. Because that didn't tell us nothing.
So pretty much what I gathered from that crappy trailer, please quit making trailers like this, game developers. Please.
We don't want that.
We want to see gameplay. We don't give a crap about the story until we know it's going to be a fun game.
It's crazy too, because from a trailer like that, it could be like a third person action adventure role playing game,
Could
or
be
it could
first
be
person.
a real time strategy.
Yeah, it could be
You know
anything.
what I mean?
We have
Like,
no
who-
idea. There's no
it could be
way.
a card game.
It's literally impossible for me to watch this. Oh, it gets worse. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just seen this. It gets worse. So there's no way I could have watched this and be like, oh, sweet, I'm excited about that. Like, how would I be? How would I be excited? You showed me nothing. You showed me a dude. It took way too long for you to show me a dude in space get a sword made and his ship blows up. Like, I literally have no idea. And an insectoid chased him. Please stop making trailers. And okay, and if you thought that was bad, I just looked at the description. This is the most generic description ever. I still don't know what this game is. It says a new sci-fi fantasy Souls-like with RPG elements. Gee, thanks. I still have no idea what the heck this game is. Oh, please stop doing this, people. Please. Oh my gosh. What? Like, what's sad is they probably spent a lot of money making that trailer. They just...
I know, dude. And look at that compared to the Crimson Desert trailer we
Yeah,
watched.
where we got hyped because we saw nothing but
Because of
gameplay.
a trailer.
And, you know...
Dude. The Night Wanderer, I got a feeling that's going to be a game that falls under the radar and for a good reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why. I just got a feeling that's not going to be a good game. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't think it will be either. Not
Maybe
from that.
it will be.
We'll
but
see.
I don't know.
We'll see, but definitely not hyped right now. They give me nothing to be hyped about.
Something about Viking main characters. I don't know, dude. I'm over that.
Okay, here we
I don't
go.
know why.
Let's watch the next trailer. We got the Sinking
City 2. This is gonna freak you the out.
Oh yeah. All right, 3.
I don't know.
3. Are you ready? By the way,
I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Please show gameplay. That's all I need. That's all I care about.
I bet this game will show gameplay for some reason. No, maybe not. Now that I'm looking at it, unless somehow this is the gameplay. But I doubt it.
I don't think so, but maybe.
I didn't play the first one, did you?
No, I didn't even know about it.
I remember when it came out.
Oh, I do remember when it came out. Lovecraftian. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of did want to play it, but I just never did.
Yeah, same.
People liked it, from what I remember.
There was like a bunch of Lovecraftian horror games that came out right at the same time as the other one.
Ooh, creepy.
Look at the size of the Cthulhu's on that one.
Oh, look at her. Oh, she's
It
crying.
looks a little creepy to me.
I'm going to pause it right here. I'm going to be honest.
Right.
Just, if you're a man who's been alive long enough, there is something disturbing about walking up on a female and she's already crying. Like, you didn't even know anything was wrong. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That's some true fear. Like, if you're married and you're just like, it's a normal day, if you're like, la-ti-da-da-da, and you see your wife sitting there and you sit down, you're maybe going to be about to, let's watch something on TV or, you know, or let's go grab something to eat, and then you look over and she looks up at you and there's tears streaming down her face, you're immediately like, oh no. Oh no, I should have just stayed upstairs. You know what I mean? Like, so they're tapping into some very core elements that there with that. All right, anyway, 3, 2, 1, go.
Ew.
You turned that record to worms.
That's some nastiness right there. They look like McDonald's.
Ooh.
Ooh, look at that creepy old son of a gun.
Okay.
That was Pee Wee Herman.
That needs to chill a little bit.
Yeah, he's acting ridiculous. There's no reason for all that. Okay, so we didn't see any gameplay again, I don't think.
Yeah. Come on, show us something.
No, they're not going to show us nothing.
Ooh, I do like that big cosmic
Yeah, that is
creature.
cool looking.
Alan Wake vibes.
Yeah, okay, I could see that.
Well, once again, I have no idea if I should be excited or not.
Yeah, I can't say I didn't care enough to actually play the first one, so.
What's it called? Sinking City 2
Sinking City.
Gameplay. I'm going to see if there's another one that shows gameplay, just so I can see if I should be excited or not. I think that was just announced, so I don't think there is. Let me make sure. Yeah, same trailer. So that's all we got so far.
Oh, well, Z's.
Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe good, maybe sucks.
I guess if we looked at technically, if we looked at gameplay trailer from the first one, we would probably just know what to expect. Not that we need to do that or anything.
Yeah, did anybody play? Anybody in chat played the original? A lot of people loved it.
It's like a first-person experience, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. Grando Reaper played it. The first was like Grand Theft Auto Cthulhu theme. Interesting.
Oh, That's crazy.
All right, well, let's move on to something totally different, folks. Do you know about this, Steve? Have you seen the Mario news?
I actually have not seen whatever this exact piece of news is.
Good. All right, let's get it pulled up here. This is actually kind of...
Ready when you are.
It's kind of cool. I'm pretty excited about this. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. This is for Mario Day, which was yesterday, March 10th. MAR10. Mario Day.
Mario time.
Mario time. I love this guy. Today it is Mario Day. I have something to share with you all. We are now working with the folks at Illumination on a new animated film based on the world of Super Mario Brothers. The Super Mario Brothers movie released last spring continues to be watched by many people, including over the holidays and into this year. Thank you all very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. The team at Illumination, who worked on the Super Mario Brothers movie, is also producing this new film together with Nintendo. Let's have Chris-san say a few words as well. Chris-san?
Oh, God.
Hello, and happy Mario Day.
He said hello and happy Mario Day.
I'm thrilled to be here alongside Miyamoto-san to officially announce our return to the Super Mario Brothers. Our directors, Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelinek, and the very talented artists from Illumination Studios Paris, who brought the Mushroom Kingdom to life in the Super Mario Brothers movie, have been busy at work storyboarding scenes and developing set designs for new environments. We start animation soon, and rest assured we'll be obsessing over every detail to get it just right. The film will arrive on April 3rd, 2026 in the US.
Cool. April 3rd,
and many
2026.
other markets globally, with a few select territories releasing throughout the month of April. Back to you, Miyamoto-san.
Cool.
Thank you, Chris-san. Now, as for the details of the new movie, as I often say, we'll let you know once we're at the stage where we're ready to share more. This time, we're thinking about broadening Mario's world further, and it'll have a bright and fun story. We hope you'll look forward to it. That's all for now. Happy Mario Day.
Happy Mario Day.
I like how you said woohoo at the end.
Happy Mario Day.
And of course, we've got one of the best Paper Mario games ever made, releasing here in May 23rd.
Oh yeah, boy.
What else? What else we got?
Oh, Luigi's Mansion remake.
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, available in June. Cool.
I don't really care that much about that. But I'll tell you what, you guys, I'm gonna be all over that Princess Peach game.
Really? I'm skipping that one.
Oh yeah.
I'm
getting it for sure.
Dr. Mario, Mario Golf, and Mario Tennis. I don't really care about any of that, to be honest.
I'm a Peach supporter, dude.
Yeah, I think I'll be skipping the Peach game, but let me know how it is.
Oh, I'll let you know. All right.
So
when I'm coming through slashing a sword fighter Peach.
I'm pretty excited about the new Mario movie. I really like the first one a lot.
I did too, dude. My kid loved it too. I've seen it like a million times, and I still think it's good.
It was well done. I feel like it was really well done. I could have, my only complaint that hopefully in the sequel, like, don't make Mario such a klutz. That's my only complaint. Like, can he become a badass
be more
now?
skilled by the first one.
Can he be skilled this time?
Yeah.
You know?
I bet he will. I bet he'll be more badass.
Yeah.
He's used to it now.
Now he should be used to it.
Because, like, I don't know if you remember, but at the end of the first movie, it insinuates some time has passed because he's already set up shop and doing business in the Mushroom Kingdom, living there now.
Living
with
there.
Luigi.
Right.
So I'm hoping that
I'm hoping they don't try to play that
you know?
again. Yeah, like that was the only part where I was like, "Oh, come on! I came here to see Mario. Now you're making it. You know what I mean? You're kind of making him seem like he's a goofball. Like I get it. It's funny. It's fine. Nobody, but probably not many people is bothered by it.
By the end, dude, he was.
By the end, he was a badass. Yeah.
Dude, that's where they get the superstar was so sweet.
Yeah, agreed. And hopefully they get Jack Black back to reprise his role as Bowser because you couldn't have picked a better guy.
They will.
That was perfect, absolutely perfect. Yeah, I like the first Mario movie. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be fun times. All right.
Alexander wants to know what Princess Peach game.
So there was one. What's it called? Princess Peach.
What is it called again?
I'll pull it up.
I have it. I already pre-ordered it.
I'll pull it right up.
We might as well just have a trailer of that real quick. Just to let them know. We got to show it off.
It's about to come out, right?
We got to get that Peach. Yeah, dude. It comes out real soon, March 22nd, I think. I've got that thing pre-ordered. I'm going to be getting up on that stage with Peach.
Here it is. I'm going to mute it, but so it's a game where Princess Peach has powers where she can like become different types, like a sword fighter.
I think that you're in a play.
Yeah, it's like you're part of a play. Yeah, there's the fencer, a mermaid one, detective. Elsa.
And like each different costume change, you have different. It's like a different kind of game that you're playing each time.
That's what it's called, Princess Peach Showtime.
Yeah, dude, I actually think it looks pretty fun. I think me and my kid will probably have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, my kids are a little older now, and so I would
makes
actually,
sense.
I'd be buying it for me, and I just don't think so.
I'd buy it for me and not tell anyone. Just saying.
See if we can get some gameplay here. Here we go.
I really liked Super Princess Peach on the DS.
It's a 2D platformer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, not my style, but I think a lot of people enjoy it.
And I'm going to be one of them. Maybe not, though. Maybe I'll play it and be like, you know what, it actually sucked.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what you think about it afterwards. All right, we're going to move on. So we are going to react to Asmongold reacting to a guy playing an MMO when something happens. I haven't even seen this yet. I just saw that this clip happened, and I was like, we should watch this on the show together. All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
He shits himself. I don't think can we even watch this? I mean, it was 5 days ago. There's no way we can.
Can we even watch this?
So, you clearly know what's happening right now, right? We have obviously probably the best player in classic World of Warcraft.
The best player.
And he's fighting this monster. It's obvious what's happening. There's not a lot of noise on the screen.
Oh, he died.
And he died.
Oh, no.
It's obvious that he died.
Oh, yeah, he pooped himself. Oh, no.
That's the LeBron. Wow, apparently.
Oh, no.
And,
No,
like the guy
not a
might have
flattering
himself over
angle
that.
for the
And
camera.
it's like, think about the game, the narrative.
Yeah,
of the game,
jeez.
Right? It's obvious that he died.
More than that happened, buddy.
Wow, apparently.
Buddy, more than that happened.
Oh, my gosh, it's the voice actor from Deep Fear.
Yeah,
And it's like,
a little bit.
the narrative that creates, right?
Is this guy for real? Is that a real guy?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Dude, look at this. I knew he shit himself when he did that. Ooh. Like, look right here. Hang on.
It's
That one, right there. You guys saw that?
That he died.
It was still coming out. Like, this dude went ahead and pushed it on out. You know what I mean? This wasn't just like that wasn't just like I farted and it was a shart. This guy, you can see him physically pushing it on out. Like, he continues. You know what I mean? Usually, when you accidentally shart yourself, you, like, pucker up and run to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying?
That guy really let it go, dude.
This guy pushed it all the way out. Watch this.
Yeah, it's the LeBron. Wow, apparently.
I can smell it now, somehow.
Looks like the guy
Like I can, too.
over that. And it's
Oh.
like, think about the
God.
the
That is
narrative
nasty.
That is...
himself over that. Apparently.
That nasty as a mama sucker.
See his stomach flex a little bit? He's pushing right here, dude. He's
Dude,
giving birth.
he has to blast Brown, dude. He's blasting Brown.
He's blasting Brown.
The narrative that
Gross.
creates, right?
Dude, it's coming. I can see it now somehow.
See, this is him watching himself poop himself.
Yeah, he's excited about it, laughing like.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Dude,
Well,
is that really what that guguy's voice sounds like? Because, like, what in the world?
who is this guy?
I wonder how many subscribers he has.
Let's try to plump. His name is Plump Stump. Let's look this guy up real quick. What would I say it was? Plump what? Plump
Rump Stump or something like that?
Plump Rump
Roast
Stump. Yeah, Plump Rump.
Is it Rump?
Yeah.
Plump Rump?
Plump Rump Stump.
Oh, this guy's nasty for some reason to me.
Yeah, here he is, dude. He has
nasty
18,000
man.
followers. He has more followers
What,
than me.
man? This is bull crap.
Let's see, what kind of games does he play?
I don't think that guy deserves to have
Dragons.
as
He's
many
been playing Dragon's
followers.
Dogma, dude. Here's
The
him just
OG
chatting.
one?
So let's see if that's really what his voice. This is a clip from just chatting.
And pussy.
No.
Why? Why would you do that to me, Neil?
So he doesn't have,
What
like, a super
fucking
high-pitched
troll. Like, right
voice?
at the end, he just sneaks that fucker in.
Oh, his language is absolutely abhorrent.
Oh,
This
no.
guy sucks. I don't like him.
Hang on.
He needs to get a life.
That was him laughing at that part. So maybe when he laughs, he sounds like that. I gotta see.
Later. Bye.
I'm gonna start boycotting that. I'm starting to boycott against him.
It's like a voice he does.
He's just too foul-mouthed.
Just yoink that shit.
Yeah, he's pretty foul-mouthed. Well, anyway, he is a real, legit.
Dude, I think that's the neckbeard god.
Dude, we should. I would hire him to be the neckbeard god for MMO Cop. I would do that. Well, anyway, you can't unsee that. So there you go.
Yeah, that was painful in a weird kind of way.
Anyway, back to gaming.
This next game we got coming up, guys, it's called The Altars. Let's go ahead and get that pulled up. This game, at first I was like, whatever. I wasn't really thinking about it, but I watched this trailer and I was like, okay, this actually is a kind of a unique looking game. It looks unique. I'll say that.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. I've not seen this at all.
Dude, it's unique looking.
From the creators of This War of Mine and Frostpunk. $11-bit Studios.
You could change the decisions you regret in your life and see the outcomes of those choices with your very own eyes. The Altars tells the story of Yandol's, a simple miner who survived a crash landing on a hostile planet. He quickly realizes that what was supposed to be a lifetime job opportunity turns into a desperate fight for his life. Yan will need to handle a large mobile base that's designed to be operated by an entire team of qualified personnel. Even worse, the planet Yan landed on revolves around a deadly, scorching star. Escaping the sunrise is crucial for survival. Despite his best efforts, Yan simply lacks the time and skills to deal with all these problems on his own. But the planet Yan is stranded on is home to a mysterious substance called rupidium. With its use and the help of the quantum computer on board,
I like that sheep in his bedroom.
Alternative versions of himself.
A what?
The Altars.
Wait, he made a human?
All these people.
Each one of them is a result of altering a crucial decision from Yan's past.
What?
The Altars are a reflection.
Yeah, dude,
of
this
the
game looks
questions
wild.
He asks himself. What if I never left my hometown? What if I didn't drop out of college? What if I fought harder to save my marriage? Our Altars have the necessary knowledge and
It's like
skills
alternate
that we
realities of
desperately need
himself?
to succeed. But they also come with their own goals, ambitions, and
What
fears,
in the world?
all derived from their different life paths. And that can generate problems.
Stop pretending you have any idea how I feel. Incompetence, incoherent decision-making, a groundbreaking mission on the verge of failure. Damn, I just hope I don't f*** everything up again. You want a relationship that lasts, put some effort in it.
Each Yan is a different person. It will be extremely difficult to keep everyone happy.
You gotta learn how to say no sometimes.
So this is a drama
But we must
simulator.
do whatever we can, because
Yeah,
as
I
the mission
guess,
goes
yeah.
on, the challenges will only pile up.
Weird. What an interesting idea for a game, though.
Yeah, I know, right? I can't really think of anything to compare it
Obstacles on
to.
the outside. Internal tensions that could prove to be even more dangerous. And with a ticking clock of the deathly sun behind our backs,
This has some
the
Peter
only way
Molyneux
home
stink on it.
is to press forward.
Could be cool.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
That's definitely a unique idea.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It could turn out to be really cool. Maybe not, but you never know.
Could be, though. It's an interesting concept. It could be cool. All right, next up, guys. This is kind of weird, but I just wanted to show it off. I just wanted to react to this and see what Steve thought of it. This is just a ROM hack that runs on Super Nintendo hardware, though. For some reason, it's called Super Mario Brothers CD. Don't know why they call it that when it runs on Super Nintendo, but I just wanted to show this a little bit. I think this is kind of interesting.
All right, let's see it.
Oh, sorry, I started it. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Famicom.
Famicom CD.
Oh, I see that now. Super Mario Brothers CD team.
It runs on a real Super Nintendo.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. There's something about this that looks cool to me. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it does look pretty cool.
And for some reason, it does seem like a game that might have launched like with the a CD attachment for the Super Nintendo. Like, it doesn't have the full Nintendo magic pull to it, but there's something like, here, let me put it this way. If Philips would have made a cool Mario game for the Philips CD,
yeah, there you go. I'm seeing that. That's funny.
It'll come out till 2025, though. I think that looks cool, man. I'm kind of interested in that. It'll probably be free.
Is it really getting made?
Yeah. Well, we'll see if it don't get DMCA takedown, but
yeah,
they're trying to make it. It looks kind of
pretty
cool.
neat, though. It looked pretty cool.
And
that's
now,
a pretty cool little. I guess it's a fan game, kind of.
Yeah, like a little fan game. I think it looks kind of cool. Now I really want to show this because this is not going to happen, guys. Okay, there's no way this will actually get finished or we'll actually get to play it. This is just for fun. This is a little remake somebody made of Final Fantasy VI. If it would have released on the PlayStation, right? Like, what would that have been like? And I really thought this was cool. All right, let's pull it up. It's the intro. All right, let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. I really like this. I think this looks awesome.
I always loved this opening back in the day because the music and everything is so sweet.
Dude, such a good soundtrack.
Actually, I have not seen this yet.
Running on PlayStation hardware, so like...
That is freaking cool, dude.
Look at Terra.
I would love if... Like, dude, they could just do a remake of Final Fantasy VI like this.
And that would be hype, dude. That would be cool. I would love it if they did this, actually. Like, look at that. That looks so classic and awesome, dude. Oh, it hurts my soul. I want it.
And that probably wouldn't take 20 years to make.
Right. And it would feel good. It'd be like a feel-good release.
Dude, that would
you
be
know what I mean?
so cool. Look at that. Look at those Biggs and Wedge.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I would be so pumped if this... I would be pumped if this got made.
I would too, dude.
Even if it was just like a 1-to-1 remake.
Yeah. They don't have to do nothing.
Just like looks like this.
Just make it look like this. It's so cool. I really love the old 3D looks with the old textures, and
some of them looked really good. Some games really took a full advantage. Like Final Fantasy IX, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I feel like they had to be more creative at that time, and I just like it. It just feels like going home. You know what I mean?
Look how cool Terra looks.
This supposedly is running on real PlayStation hardware. It's not a full game. It's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? Somebody just made it with PlayStation 1 tech just to show a little, look how cool this would have been. You know what I mean?
No, that would have been awesome. Too bad.
Too bad.
That will never happen.
That will never happen. But really cool. I love it. Anything to do with Final Fantasy VI.
I love me some Final Fantasy VI, y'all. That's one of my favorites.
That was the best Final Fantasy. Look, I'm not even going to try to argue
it
because is in many ways.
It really is.
It's one of the best. One of the best for sure. I do like 9 a little bit more. Super close on my radar though, and I love me.
And I really like 4 a lot. But yeah.
Yeah, I wish that was real. Yeah, sorry, it's not real. Sorry to break your bubble. It's just something somebody made. However, one day, if we live long enough, one day, We will get a remake of that game. I'm just afraid that, like, I'm not
we're not gonna make it, dude.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll get to see it in my lifetime.
I hope we do.
Yep.
I would love to play that remade.
All right, let's move to a real game that's actually coming out. Steve, have you seen this yet, or?
No.
Okay, so this is called...
But are you guys pumped yet?
I've not seen it either. I don't know nothing. Steve recommended this. It's called Chef RPG. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Oh, good music from the start. All right, let me start over. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. I like the pixel art already.
Oh, and there's a seagull.
I hope Dimos is here to see this.
Dude, look at that. You're going off to the city. I bet you're going to go and start a restaurant or something.
I like the music, actually.
Oh, dude, look. You're starting a restaurant.
Oh, getting that shiitake mushrooms.
And killing crabs to eat their meats.
Ah,
and
fishing.
Fishing.
Getting some pigs, some
boar
bacon.
Hunting. Gotta get that meat. Oh, look. There's little shops.
Oh, she's buying
Butchers.
Buying her material. She's setting it up.
Oh, nice.
Getting a menu going.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Now cooking.
Look how much business she's doing.
Dang, she's killing it.
She's out at the bar drinking now.
So what's that one
Look
game
at that guy.
that's so popular that looks a lot like this?
Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley vibes, yeah.
Except for this one revolves around owning a restaurant
Instead of farming.
doing a farm.
Yeah. Scruffy Bard, I'll
That's
take you
kind
to the
of a
city in
neat
just
idea.
a minute. I'll take you to the city in just a minute, Scruffy Bard.
That's kind of a neat idea for one of
is.
these kind of games to
I like that.
switch it up from farming.
Yeah, I'm a little sick of the farming.
Chef RPG. I'm gonna play it.
That's interesting. Is it
I'm gonna make Mid City Grill in that game.
It's only Steam? Is that all it said for now?
No, it said Nintendo Switch.
Okay. I would imagine that being a Switch game for sure. All right, let's go to the city for Scruffy Bard. Here we go.
I'm a dog with the bone, I'm saying rough. Let me give it to you, baby, it will never be enough. Let me put my lips up to your ear, let me tell you something, dear. First I'm gonna, then I'm gonna, then I'm gonna grab you by your, then I'm gonna take you and I'm gonna.
All right, we're back. We're back from the city. We're back from the city. Like
Such a
Dave the
good
Diver.
tune.
That is a good tune. It's like a modern day Game Boy Advance game. Yeah, it does. I agree with that.
Okay, dude, get ready to be like, what in the world?
Okay, let's get our Willikers ready. It's gonna get crazy now.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna get your Willikers ravaged with this next trailer.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
It's hard to imagine a place more distant from adventure than a convent.
Dude, this game looks weird.
Is she wearing a mask? No. She's a nun?
The heroine of this story,
That's what it seems like
if it were
to
up
me.
to her, would have preferred to stay within its walls. However,
Oh, did we break Steve?
Am I broken?
destiny had something different in store for her.
Hey, let me pause this. Let me fix Steve. Steve's broke. I must have clicked the Discord thing. Or, I mean, yeah, the Discord and broke it. Let me check what's going on here. Let me see what's going on with Steve. Let me fix Steve real quick. Steve got broken.
I wonder what happened to me.
I don't know. You got stuck in the city, everybody said. All right, there we go.
I'm back somehow.
All right, we fixed Steve. All right, back to it. Here we go.
All right, where are you at?
Let me
What
rewind it
second
back.
are
Let me
you on?
rewind it back. I got interrupted. I'm going to go back to here. I'm at 14 seconds.
All right. 14. Okay. I'm
3,
ready.
2, 1, go.
The
So you're like a
heroine of this
nun, I
story,
guess.
if it were up to her, would have preferred to stay within its walls. However, destiny had something different in store for her.
Deliver the letter to Father Herman. What?
I know, dude. This game looks weird, man.
What's going on? Why the weird camera angles?
I don't know.
The music. I don't know how to feel right now.
I don't either, dude. Is this like game serious or is it a comedy? I don't understand.
Little ching. Level up? What is going on?
First, you got pushed out of your house, and then out of the monastery.
What?
And if, by chance, you were to kill someone and go to jail, sooner or later you'd get pushed out of there as well.
I feel like I'm on drugs watching this.
Huh? So many options.
Indica. The demo's available now, dude.
What in the world?
What is going on?
Yeah, that was a weird one, right?
Asking you shall be deceived.
What's up with those camera angles? Cracking me up, dude.
Yeah, I could.
They're so weird.
The music made it feel like you weren't supposed to be taking it seriously. Maybe.
Kyle said, "If this is real, it's going to flop." Yeah, probably.
Yeah, this is gonna be a big seller for sure. I don't think they intended it to be even. And that's weird.
I think it was the Nun, maybe. I'm not sure.
We do have another RPG here called Fade RPG.
You heard of this?
No, is this on Kickstarter or it's already already?
I don't know, but the trailer just came out yesterday.
Okay, they're probably kickstarting it. Let's see what we got. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. I don't know nothing about this.
Yeah, me neither. I just saw it. Decided we should take a gander here. So there's castles and snow and stuff.
A golem?
Guys in armor. Oh yeah, they look like a golem back there.
Are the rumors true? The doorway to the Fade. It's cracked open. A ritual to sacrifice the entire country. Each one of them shadows. They've turned.
Is he inside the treasure box?
Homunculus abominations.
What it looked like.
Amongst man.
Werewolves?
I shall head the charge to reconnect all the settlements. And my friend will serve as my seeker.
Something weird about the way they're walking.
My God, you're something.
There's something strange looking about it.
Challenge my brothers. Spill as much blood as you can, and I'll be there to kill you in the end. If we don't sacrifice this country first.
If you're going out there, you're gonna need a better weapon. Hell, maybe even a partner if you're gonna live through the night.
There's no hope for Celeste if we don't stand our ground.
Wait, she say Solasta?
So you're the king's errand boys, eh?
Their leader
Solasta.
me and left me
That's what I
behind
thought
as a
she
message.
said.
Allow me to come with you, and I promise I will spill blood.
You have strength. Some will need you for it. Most
Okay,
will
show some
hate
combat.
you in spite of it. But my question is, what will
Looks
you
okay.
do with it?
I'm sure you have plenty of questions.
Yeah.
Hell,
I think it just showed a glitch right there.
what matters now is our journey ahead. I don't know how you're connected to all of this, but one thing's clear.
Yeah, that looks okay.
We need to unite all the settlements back with bolt tape. You can handle that, right? Not like you have a choice.
Let the Chosen seek out his harbinger. All that waiting is boring, though. Besides, a quick fight can't hurt.
That tree monster, dude.
Representing Green. What do you say, kid?
You told me once before, it's the way of the world. All is right in God's design.
I feel like the black screen for this is not necessary.
Let's see what God
Yeah, right.
Okay. Back us down Kickstarter. I want to take a look. There's a demo on Steam for it. So I want to take a look. So they've got a lot of the game done, at least, if they got a demo available. Let's try to find this on Kickstarter. Let me see if I can find it, guys. What was it called again? Fade?
Fade? Oh, there's... That's hilarious. It showed that little tree monster laughing again at the end of the trailer. Like...
All right, let's see. Fade. Is it on here? Can I find it? I don't even see it. Okay, let's go back to the... It's probably in the description. Here it is. All right, let's just click on it here.
Grandfather, tell me the secret of the corn.
You can't even back it yet.
Oh, really? It's that new?
Yeah, it's just got a, like... You can follow it. It looks
What
like...
do you think?
Well, like, it looks like
It's like, okay.
Yeah, it looks like it could be good. They went a little too heavy on the fog effects, right? I feel like that takes away from it. Like, I just feel like there's literally fog in buildings. You know what I mean? Like, everywhere there's fog, and I just feel like that's not a good look. I think they're trying to hide the fact that it's an indie game, and maybe the graphics aren't like, they don't look awful, but maybe the draw distance sucks or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, who knows?
There's some reason they're doing that, and I don't like it. I could do without, there's fog literally everywhere, you know? The combat looks
there's
okay.
Something about it. It just looks like,
typical. It looks typical.
Like a typical generic kind of game.
The bad voice acting, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that either. I think maybe that was hurting it for me.
Yeah, I think it would have been better if they just showed the gameplay and a developer just talking about the game would have been better for the trailer. And I'm assuming that voice acting's actually in the game, which might make it look... In some ways, it might make the game better because it might be hilarious. But it didn't seem to be the kind of funny bad, right? Right, Mr. C.
Right.
It seemed like it was just the bad kind, right? Where you can't even laugh at it, kind of bad.
What Joe said right there is actually a great idea. We actually should do that.
What is it?
He said we should do a mystery science theater style show, but for terrible video games.
Oh, that is a good idea, actually. That is a good idea. That may end up being what this show turns into at times, for sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely not going to back it. It doesn't look like there's enough there, but there's a demo. So that's, I'll give them their props for at least releasing a demo before they ask for money, so you can try out the game and see what you think. All right, next up, we have Dilgard.
Yeah, Dilgard stories, dude. You guys are going to be pumped about. I've seen a lot of the kind of games that some of you guys get into on this channel, so I think you're going to be pumped about this.
All right. Ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Dilgard stories.
Dude, this trailer just got released 2 days ago.
Dude, this is the trailer. Is it gonna do something else?
Oh, dude, look.
Is it an MMO?
It's a dwarf now. Dude, I have no idea what it is. Because it's all in Spanish.
Oh, that run animation of that female is real bad. Oh, she even gets stuck in the animation cycle.
Dude, Dilgard stories, you guys. This is the next EQ.
This is the next EQ.
This is the next EQ. That's the whole trailer.
There's a little dwarf running with another dwarf. That's it.
That's it, guys. What do you think about that?
That's it.
Yeah, they just released the first gameplay footage 2 days ago. That was it.
What is it?
I don't know.
It's not in English.
Dilgard. Let me see if I can find some information about it. Dilgard stories.
What even did we just watch? It's a Warcraft 3 mod. Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense.
Oh, is it? Is
that makes sense for what I'm seeing. That actually makes perfect sense.
Well, they're Oh man, I was hoping that was a new game called Dilgard Stories.
It's a WoW killer. That's
the WoW killer.
That's EverQuest 3. Let's go. Okay, well there you go, Dilgard. You ain't gonna see that. Nobody. I guarantee you, nobody else has reacted to that except for us. I guarantee it. We're the first people to have reacted to the Dilgard stories.
We should do YouTube shorts of us reacting to mod releases.
It's a great idea, actually. All
like
right,
it's a brand new game though. Every time I'm like, oh wow. All right, anyway.
All right, let's take a look at this Zoria Age of Shattering. This is a new trailer that just launched a couple days ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Zoria. Right off the bat.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, sorry. Yes. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, look, it's a tree monster.
I like the way that deer just hopped into the frame real quick.
And a dragon burning up the joint.
Something crappy about those fire effects, I gotta say.
Yeah.
No story of fatherly love, nor is it one of some ring that must be destroyed. 'Tis a story of a tactical RPG game waiting.
Oh, okay. A TRPG.
The music.
Take me higher!
Three men of great
What?
Did you see those guys' faces?
What?
So, they started with creating a world unlike any other.
What is going
They
on?
composed a combat both fluid and challenging, with multiple enemies, skills, and outcomes. Henceforth, they added a followers management system. Then,
We're gonna definitely go freeze frame those faces, yes.
I get what's going on now. Those guys that it showed are the devs, and the narrator's talking about the devs and what the game they wanted to make. It's just doing it in like a weird.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Does that make sense now?
Yeah. There's a little town on that monster. I really dislike the fire effects on the dragon.
Yeah, not the best.
I mean, it's an indie game, I'm assuming, but man, that don't look good, guys.
That looks better than Dilgard Stories, though.
I mean, it does look better than Dilgard if we're gonna set the bar that low. I will admit that. Look, they use that fire effect a bunch. It's in the lava too. It looks bad. Hang on, let's look at them faces again now.
That looked hilarious. That took me off guard. At least I think that's what they were trying to say.
There we go. That looks like
that's the vibe I was getting.
That just looks like some dude that I've known in my life. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I actually know this guy. Like I've drank
Look at
coffee
that guy,
with
dude. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Look, that guy comes to my restaurant at like 1 in the morning.
the way that they crudely pasted their faces on, I do kind of. That's pretty funny. So, yeah. I gotta say, I'm probably not interested in that game.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I think it's kind of funny because it's a tactical game, and the next game that we're playing, that we're about to show you guys, is also a tactical game. But I actually really want this game. I think it looks really good.
This might be a good one. This actually might be a good one. Horrible name.
Yeah, the name sounds cheesy, but the game actually looks.
People are liking it.
Cool.
I've been reading a lot of people got early, I guess, because it's not out yet, right?
I think it just came out.
Oh, it just came. The reviews have been pretty good from what I've seen.
I didn't get it yet, but I think I'm going to.
So this is Unicorn Overlord.
Are we 3, 2, 1 in it?
All right. Yep. 3, 2, 1, go. Grendel Reaper says he's played this. It's great.
The people of Cornea are suffering, crying out for.
It sounds like it's going to have a really cool story too.
Should I turn a deaf ear to those
I like
voices?
that. The combat
I have
graphics are
little
cool.
and less claim to the crown I feel is mine. That, and I owe it to my mother to see them safe. We march to vanquish Galerius and free all nations of Fevrith alike.
You have quite the grand vision for yourself. You will charge ahead, knowing well the severity of our struggles.
As much as it hurts to admit it, I could never pose a threat to Zenoira on my own.
I'll never deserve your trust again.
Now, take your stations.
These beasts have proven unfit to govern themselves time.
It's
and
ogre
time
tactics,
again.
basically.
I'm glad to have reached this conclusion.
Now then, the hour has come.
I love those animations, bro.
Among Galerius' adherents who willfully chose to betray the queen those long years ago. I fear we have no hope of.
I've heard that when at those parts like that, it gives you the vibe like when you're running around on the old school open world maps.
Nice. Against Zenoira, and you will surely find kindred.
There's the
spirits
unicorn.
ready to take arms
There it
in
is.
your name.
What say we sing this hymn together?
I want to do what I can to end this war.
I'm gonna recruit all of them. I'm gonna try to recruit all the ladies.
Oh yeah,
This
boys.
time, my arrows shall support your march.
The earth may be theirs, but the heavens will surely favor.
Dude, look at this food part, dude. Delicious.
Those are good. I ain't gonna lie.
I'd count you among our allies as well.
I actually think this might be a pretty cool. Like, this may turn out to be like a good.
I think it will be.
A good one of these.
I can believe it. For what I'm saying, this looks good. This looks legit. This looks like one you could play like and really get into.
Yeah.
Prepare to breathe your last, Geeth. And if anyone's capable of
Who made this? Wasn't this like Square or somebody big?
Listen,
Oh, it's
Vanillaware.
Vanillaware. And published by Atlas, right?
The rebirth of tactical fantasy RPGs, it says.
Dude, that looks good.
So I mean,
Let's
yeah,
look
I
up a
think it looks
review.
good, dude.
You
I'm
wanna
gonna
watch
have
a
to pick
review?
it up, dude? Yeah, sure. I'm gonna have to get it, dude. I think it looks awesome. Send me the link for the review.
Yeah, I will. Let me find one that looks. If I see somebody I know is good, I'll pick that. I don't want to pick freaking. Switch up. You like him? He's decent. You watch him,
Who?
right? Switch up. The one dude with the long hair that does a lot of switch
I forget.
stuff. We've talked about him before. All right, hang on. I'm gonna send you the link.
I'll have to see him.
I think it's. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of beat 'em ups or whatever.
Oh, I've seen beat 'em ups.
I don't know who this is, but anyway, we'll watch this one. All right, I just posted it. Let me know when you're ready.
Pulling it up now. All right, I'm ready.
I might be interested in this. All right,
Dude, I
three.
think it looks really cool.
Dragon Crown vibes? Yeah, definitely. Okay.
I like that game too.
3, 2, 1, go.
Prepare.
How long is this review? 14 minutes. Okay, not bad.
You hear terms like passion project thrown around all over the place, but when the CEO of Vanillaware, George Kamitani, comes out ahead of release, letting fans know that he has been self-funding the game because the studio essentially blew the entire budget over 10 years
self-funded.
making the game, that is a
Dang.
whole
10
nother level of
years?
dedication.
Yeah.
So the only person I'm going to thank are Vanillaware themselves for putting in 10 years of their lives and, by the sounds of it, most of their money. And it feels like they've created the baby of Ogre Battle, Final Fantasy Tactics, and Fire Emblem to some degree.
Wow,
How does it
dang.
all fit together? And is it an offspring to be proud
That's
of?
3 of the
Well,
greatest.
Smart Walker,
Yeah,
if you'd like to
dude.
Switch up. Now let's find out.
Dude, this looks neat, man. It looks neato burrito. I think I'd probably get it on the
Let's just say
Switch.
this kingdom comes under attack from a general known as Galerius, and in order to save her son Elaine, Elenia sends him away. He grows up on an island, and you join him a decade later, where he's come of age and is ready to lead the Liberation Army to take back what Galerius stole.
that better,
And
guys?
What Unicorn Overlord does so well is to finally make side quests actually feel like main ones. There are over 60 different characters in this world, far more than that, but there are 60 with intricate storylines. They have family histories, overlapping narrative arcs, and depending on the actions that you choose, you may see only half of those. Throughout the game, you're asked to make some difficult choices. What to do with the villain who turned against you, but who pleads mercy, with detailed and often quite convincing motives. These choices can either lead to new party members, or to
I think
enemies
Dragon
going
Crown is
off
on
to
Switch.
fight another day,
Pretty
and they're
sure.
just the tip of the
It's
iceberg
not.
when it comes to
Oh, it's
Unicorn
not?
Overlord.
Nope. It should be.
Gameplay's incredibly interesting, and it's split
I have
into
it on
a number of
PS4
different
though.
areas. The overworld map has a fog of war. As you move around it,
Fog
not
of
only
war,
can
nice.
you see enemies, but you'll also see your own units. Now, initially,
I
the
like that you
enemies
can run
hold
around
most of
out
the
on
land.
that.
They're
Yeah.
taking
Out
over
in that
towns
world
and
like
forts.
that.
They'll be roaming freely, and you're also given a good deal of freedom.
Can you run
as
around
to where to
towns,
go.
too?
Although there are
I don't
main
know.
I like it
objectives,
when they do
which
that.
is shown on your map. Very often, they'll
Like
involve
Shining
a
Force
much
used
more
to do.
difficult battle, and to actually achieve that, you're going to have to go off free some of these towns and settlements, and recruit some more powerful allies. It might sound simple, but oh my goodness, is this game deep in almost every way. Whether a part of the main or side
I really
quest
like
lines,
these
battles are
graphics
shown
and
with a symbol
animations.
on the ground. Once you interact with this, you head into the strategic battle
Yeah, me
part of the
too.
game. Now, at its most simple, you simply have to defeat the commander without having your own base taken over by the enemy. But you need to deploy your own troops. They're split into their own teams of sorts, which eventually you build up to make larger units, and you'll have chosen a leader for each one. Now, depending on who you choose to lead each of your parties, that'll determine what special ability that party has, and you're free to allocate leadership to any of them and change it when you want, at the cost of one of the points up in the corner here. These are hugely important, so keep your eye on those. That choice of leader will also affect the movement speed of that troop, and all of this is important.
Same company that
because
made Dragon's
the whole
Crown.
battle is actually timed. This adds a real sense of urgency, and in some ways gives it a real-time strategy feel. Now, selecting and moving your units is easy. In fact, there are some really nice touches, like holding the A button down to select multiple. When you hover over an enemy unit, it will show you your chances of defeating them, giving you an indication of the amount of damage you'll take, if at all, as actually once you've set up your formations correctly, you can often come out of combat with more health than you went in, and then you direct them to attack. This is where things may be a little different than you expected. While the combat per se is hands-off, which means that the battles will play out without you having any input, that line there is entirely false. Unicorn Overlord has intricately designed what amounts to an algorithm system, whereby you can change up the tactics of every single unit. A good example of this would be Elaine, the main character, who has a special move that will essentially heal him if he manages to kill an enemy with it. Now, by default, the criteria for carrying out that move is left blank. However, you can insert a small piece of code, if you will.
What was
which
that
will
called?
mean
It's
that
like the
it will
Gambit
always
system
target
from
the
12 a
enemy with
little
the
bit.
least health.
Yeah.
So
This,
you
then
massively
that
increase
kind of
your
thing.
chances of not only coming out of battle with a much higher health bar, but also by targeting the weakest enemy, it's much more likely you'll defeat them. And so your implicit and explicit strategy decisions are the game-changing element when it comes to the harder fights. Then there are the types of troops that you pair up with each other. The aerial classes may be more effective against those on horseback. Certainly the spearmen are, and then the archers might be the only ones fast enough with their 100% accurate shot to take out those classes that are able to dodge like the thief. These aren't randomized instances either, because you can look ahead at the enemy, checking in detail exactly what units they've got, where they've got them placed in the ranking, and it's the perfect middle ground between allowing those players that want to go deeper and keeping things relatively simple by showing you exactly how much damage is going to be done to each of the units. Also, if you get bored of watching those battles play out, oh, and you can actually hold a trigger down and speed those up if you want, you can skip them entirely by pressing the plus button. I did wonder if this would affect the outcome, but that's not the case. Now, if you have a group of units, it's not always the best choice to simply use your most powerful one. Sure, they may come out of battle with the least damage, but what about experience? Well, win, lose, or, win or lose, they're going to gain experience, but if they don't take part in battles, then in the long term, you're going to end up with a weaker overall force.
Right.
In those moments, you can press the L and R buttons to rotate any units in that are closest. So if you have a group of 4, by pressing that, it will switch between them, and you can again see the outcomes, and there's some merit in actually putting a weaker unit in. Sure, they might take some damage, but they're going to gain valuable experience and end up strong enough for the later fights. As you work your way around a map, trying to reach the eventual commander, you may be taking over various forts and structures. These further add to your tactical options. For example, garrisoning some of these will gradually replenish your health and revive any fallen units, whereas in others, it will massively increase the range of your projectile weapons. Stick an archer or mage in a tower, and logically, they're going to be able to assist you when you fight. This basically looks like arrows raining down from the heavens, but it can be game-changing. I mentioned that it feels a little like a real-time strategy, and that's because there are no turns per se, because there kind of are. It's a hybrid. Next to each character, you can see a number. This basically shows how many times they can fight before they're going to need to take a rest. But when you rest, you're completely vulnerable. And that's another reason why you mustn't always use your most powerful units in combat, because you'll get to an important section, not having paid any attention, and realize actually they can't fight. As you slice your way through the battlefield, heading towards that inevitable final conflict, your victories will accumulate the points which can be seen in the corner of the screen over here. These are the lifeblood of your character's special moves. Now, special abilities range from buffs and debuffs to special attacks like raining enemies with fiery arrows from a distance, and in turn softening them up enough is like a pincushion by the time you arrive and you steamroll right over him. Some instances will have unique items you can use, like a battering ram or a holy relic that you can pray at and send tornadoes hurtling towards the enemies. You can switch in and out equipment, of which there are 3 pieces per unit, and if you need to quickly traverse the map, you can actually withdraw from one location and then deploy them from another that you've captured.
I mean, this would be pretty awesome to have on the
where
Switch,
you need to get
man.
everyone together. Perhaps you want to buff them with a one-use campfire, which is area of effect, before you go and fight that big bad. And at any moment you can pause time, which is incredibly useful, and also save during battles and reload whenever you want.
Well,
if,
nice.
for whatever reason, you either run out of time or all of your units fall, there is a special resource that you can actually use to completely reset the timer. This was such a good idea. It means that if for whatever reason you lose track of the time, depending on if you have this specific item, you can keep the battle going. And I guarantee you, the next time you fight, you'll have a much closer eye on the clock. The combat is perfect, and I don't use that lightly. It can be fast, it can be slow, it can be hands off or on, and there are so many different units, but they've still managed to make it feel approachable, and you genuinely care about them because you were there when they joined your army. You know that this specific one is really hung up on the fact that his mother never showed him any love, and all he ever wants to do is impress those who will give him a chance. So he gets thrown into some tough battles, and when he wins, you sat there smiling. Now, at the end of combat, once you've defeated the commander, rewards are lavished on you, and the entire area then opens up for the free roam overworld section. Here you might find lots of hidden items. You may gather some wood from the forest, or go and get some crystals from the mines, and the small townships will have requirements. They may need some of that, and if you're able to cater for that, not only will this build your renown in the area, which we'll get onto in a minute, but if you fully meet their needs, you can actually assign one of your troops as a watchman. When they're doing this, it offers some real buffs, but it also means you can actually give them gifts, which in turn is reflected in the relationship statuses between the character and offers further enhancements in battle. I mentioned the renown, and this is almost given a grade, which ranks up as you build up towns and complete quests. And by increasing that, you actually unlock the ability to hire more mercenaries. You can also customize mercenaries, give them their own names, change the color of their clothing, and it's another avenue through which you can sculpt the perfect army. Unicorn Overlord's controls are incredibly fitting. There's nothing here to waste your time. You can sprint around without a stamina bar in the overworld, you can speed up cutscenes, skip them entirely, and my only slight gripe would be during combat, when you have multiple units within one small area and you're trying to select one of those. It can get a teeny bit fiddly. Even then, there are ways around it, and you can zoom in and out to get a slightly closer look. Gameplay wise, Unicorn Overlord is ridiculously good. It's not just the core mechanics. To create something that feels both complex and concise, it takes, well, about 10 years and all your money. And then later in the game, by way of icing on the cake, they throw in an arena mode so that you can fight online. It's great.
What?
I give gameplay 20 out of 20. As for controls, they don't get quite the same level, but they are excellent. They score 18 out of 20. Takafumi Noma has done an incredible job with the art here. It uses a HD 2D or HD 2.5D style in a signature vanillaware way, but this goes a step further. The standout for me has to be the character designs as well as animations. There are numerous animations are really good, which usually would be completely absent.
But this kind of
details like the blowing of fabric or little interframe animations that again you'd usually skip because they take so much time. How many times on Switch Up have I said a game is no oil painting? Well, this one literally is. The juxtaposition of colour makes certain environments pop out and it breathes life into the world. Performance is spot on. Load times are short, everything's running silky smooth, and I didn't experience a single crash on Nintendo Switch. Where some opinions have been voiced online,
I'll rate this game
128
out of 129.
Now, the localization of some of the English has been criticized
I don't know what's
for
up with
being
these weird
a little
numbers.
too flowery, in air quotes, and moving away from the original. One example would be the sentence, "I can't hide anything from you, huh?" which was the original Japanese, being translated to, "I couldn't pretend otherwise. You'd sniff out the lie before it scarce passed my lips." Did I find it to be a huge problem? No, I didn't. I think I quite like the flowery language. But there you go.
It's weird this guy doesn't edit out his little laughs.
It works
by the
for
way.
me.
Yeah.
And
It's
always for everyone. The sound is
I'm gonna start doing
fantastic.
that
This has
in
a great
cringe
score.
videos.
Palladian soil. One hoisting the banner of the Zenoiran army.
Dude, those jiggle effects are spot on.
They're jiggling and jangling, boys and girls. Fran's unit.
It's not a musical score that will become repetitive, and the vocal work also is.
Dude, this guy's
for the
giving a
most part,
legitimate
very good.
review.
This
You can
is
take some points off if
brutally
you don't like flowery
in-depth.
language. For me, visuals and performance, they score 20 out of 20. Sound overall scores 18 out of 20. Now, if you're powering through it, then
Maybe
you
it still
actually
can
do
get to a
equal
100, I
in
bet.
about
You know what I'm
30 to
saying?
40
Maybe that's why he's
hours.
doing the
But
20.
you won't be powering through it. The
Yeah,
reason for
maybe.
that is mainly because, as I said, side content feels valuable, and it is. You'll genuinely need to go off the beaten path, build up your army, get stronger, without even a whiff of it feeling like grinding. Learning about those 60 different characters and their backstories, this is better than some books that I've read. And the translation, really, it's not an issue for me at all. I thought it was great. Now, there's a physical of this one available as well.
Physical.
It's 3.3 gigs to download, and let's be honest, the base price, $54.99, that's at the as premium as it gets on Switch for a digital game kind of tier. It is worth it. Value scores 19 out of 20.
All right.
This guy rates it pretty
If
high.
Unicorn
It is to
Overlord
get to
had been
100.
Released 25 years ago, obviously it would look a little bit worse.
That is
But
what
had
he
the
was
core
doing.
game been released then, it would now be heralded, I think, in the same regard as something like Final Fantasy Tactics, Tactics Ogre, and some of the earlier Fire Emblem titles. It is, in a word, amazing. It gets a
Nice.
Switch Up score of 95%.
95%.
So there we have it. Let me know in the comments. Is this one you're interested in picking up? Do you like the look of it or not?
Nice.
Is it
Even
your
on
cup
the
of
Switch,
tea?
it's running
Thanks to
60
all of you,
frames.
to our Patreons, our
That's
members,
nice.
and as always, for all things Switch.
Dude, not bad.
Cool.
That looks like a game I'm gonna have to snag up. Like that looks.
Yeah,
pretty
it looks
good.
pretty good, man.
Dude, he just said it's up there with Tactics and with Final Fantasy Tactics and what's the other game? I just went blank.
Tactics Ogre.
Tactics Ogre, which are two of the great. And he compared it to the earlier Nintendo one, whatever it's called. So. pretty
Yeah, dude,
impressive.
that actually looks cool, man. It looks cool.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
I do declare. I declare it.
I declare it too. That does look good, no doubt. That a lot of detail. Like they went a little above and beyond on all the stuff you can do and the way you can strategize. And yeah, man.
Yeah. I should have picked that up today. I saw it. They had one copy of it left when I was at the store. I should have grabbed it.
Now for our next game, get your weeb glasses ready. I don't know what this is, but I can tell from.
They think I'm wearing a wig? No, dude. This is my real hair.
That's his real hair.
This is the real deal right here, folks.
It's
The most
actually
glorious mullet.
that's actually attached to his skull skin.
All right, folks.
You ready to watch this? What is this game called?
It's Metaphor Refantasio.
Is this that
It's
one game
the
that we
new-
knew about a while back that we were like, this looks cool, weird name?
It's the Persona team.
Yeah, it's the Persona team's new game, new IP, right?
Yeah.
So the first trailer, I thought this looked pretty cool. So let's see what we think now in the second trailer. Ready? Are you ready? You got it pulled up?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
こことは別の世界の話だ。
誰もが平等で争いの存在しない。
So Persona's
かつての
new
陛下が夢見た世界で
IP.
もある。
Brand new.
すなわち幻想だ。
Oh. Hope it shows some gameplay.
Nope, there we go.
Oh, yep, there it is.
Persona vibes on the UI for sure.
Dude, this
Persona
actually looks
5.
pretty wild. I bet this is gonna be cool. I bet it's cool.
民が王になれるなんて聞かされれば騒がない方が無理だ。
It's like their version of a fantasy world.
Yeah.
This is cool looking.
This is cool looking. Like super high fantasy.
Yeah.
残念だけどこの世界は小説とは違う。
どの種族が偉いとか汚れているとか生まれて人生が全部決まってしまう。
企みに気づけなかった俺の失態だ。
あんたは夢なんかじゃない。
諦めたくない。あなたのようには。君の綴る物語を見せてくれ。
叶えよう。君ならなれるよ。英雄に。
Nice.
Cool.
Looks good. Oh, wait, there's a little more. Fall 2024. Nice. We get this year.
Sweet.
Nice. I wouldn't expect this till next year at the earliest. So
This is a Japanese trailer, though, so I'm assuming that it comes out at the same time.
let's see if we can find out if there's a global release. Metaphor Refantasio global release date.
If it says something about Toenail Sally,
No.
just ignore that part.
No, it says somewhere late October, November, fall 2024. So
Cool.
yeah, it's a global
Dude,
release.
I'll definitely get that just because I love Persona. Even though it's like a new IP, I bet it's going to be awesome.
A lot of people are saying that a possible release date is October 11th. But somewhere in that realm, October, November. Cool, man. I'm excited about this because I like Persona, but obviously I'm more into high fantasy, and that's what this game is. So love that team, love the way they tell stories, love their characters. So yeah, I hope this does well and this becomes a new series. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd be cool. I bet it does do good, dude. The Persona people are going to love it.
Yeah. Interesting that Sega's not publishing it. You would think all the money they made on Persona that Sega would have been all over wanting to publish it.
Don't they, I'm pretty sure, don't they just publish everything that's an Atlas property under Atlas still? Even they like
Maybe
own
they
them
do.
now, though?
Oh, do
I think
they?
that's how they do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
because I
okay.
know all the other Atlas games, they don't say Sega on them anywhere.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, no way are they going to miss out on that money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an RPG. Yeah, it's a turn-based RPG. From what I saw. Well, actually, was it turn-based?
I don't know. I couldn't really tell.
It's hard to tell.
There's
I
parts
saw
of it
menus.
that reminded me that it seemed like it was,
But
but
then they also just showed them kind of slashing there for a second. So I'm not sure. There's definitely a UI I saw at one point where he was doing something. But it could be a combo, like Final Fantasy VII, some sort of combo.
yeah,
like
who
that.
knows?
Yeah, we'll see. But it looks cool. And plus, Persona's on fire. Like, that team is, like, they're on their aces kind of thing. So that'll probably be pretty good. All right, we've only got... No, we got a couple
Just
more.
one more?
No, we got one more. We're going to be looking at Monster Hunter Wilds reveal trailer.
I'm actually kind of excited about this game. I think it might be a lot of fun.
We got any Monster Hunter fans out there in chat? All right, you ready, Steve?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
I got a feeling that this is going to be the Monster Hunter that like really like takes it to the next level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hope so.
I don't know why. I just got a good feeling about this one. Look at those beasts back there eating those things up, man. Oh, there's a storm happening.
Yeah, I like the lightning smashing the ground. That's cool. Ooh, glide. He's gliding.
Like, I think this one seems like it's going to be a big open world, which they haven't really done that yet. It looks pretty cool, man. This might be the one right here. The Monster Hunter we've been secretly waiting for.
I think you're right. Things could be like super open world, seamless open world.
Which for a game like Monster Hunter, I think is actually a great idea.
Yeah. It's Monster Hunter, Breath of the Wilds. Comes out next year.
Rated R.
PS5, Steam, and Xbox X. It's cool. All right. Well, that looks good. No doubt.
Yeah, it looks pretty neat.
I think that is the next step they need to take, though, with Monster Hunter. Make it a seamless open world. Allow, keep it up with the, 4-player co-op kind of situation so you can go out with your friends and hunt go take down some big monsters and then craft some cool new gear that looks like that monster. It's good addictive gameplay, I've not been able to truly get into a Monster Hunter, for real. I've played. My favorite one so far was
World.
Yeah, I like that one the best. I couldn't even get into Rise. I got it and played it for a few days and just it never really got me. I did play World for quite a bit and thought it was pretty cool. But open world, it might be, it might be what I need. If I can find a few people to play with me and we run around together, I think that would probably make it awesome.
Dude, I'll play it with you.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to get it.
That'd be cool.
I know it's a long ways off, but this might be a fun one to run around and play.
Yeah, we can get a couple other people from chat that are playing could jump in with us and
then
it would be fun. But there's something about Monster Hunter, if you just try to sit down and play it by yourself, for me,
it does feel like you need friends.
It's not that good. Monster Hunter World had a really easy way, which Rise might have too, and I just didn't give it a shot. But I know in World you could easily just jump in a random group, and I did a lot of that, and it was pretty fun. I had fun. Yeah, they didn't show very much gameplay, but I think we all pretty much know how that's going to work. The same as
I think we pretty much know what the gameplay will be like. I'm sure that there'll be things,
couple
little
updates,
tweaks and the monster fighting and stuff. But I think that the real point of this trailer was being like, look,
open world.
This is going to be a big world where you go out and do the monster hunting instead of how it has been.
Baked into the name,
you're like a hub, kind of, right?
Yeah.
And then you go out and do like a mission.
World felt more open, though. They were huge areas.
It did.
Yeah. So it felt pretty good.
I was playing it the other day, and it's a pretty cool game still. I don't know.
Yeah.
I might need people to play with to really get into a game like that.
So I gotta say, though, I didn't expect this to be the way that this went down today, but I think the coolest thing that we watched today...
The Crimson Desert,
right? Crimson Desert, dude. I think it really steals the show, man.
That could be like the coolest single-player RPG that ever gets made.
It looks really good. It looks incredibly good.
If that's actually a good game, if that comes out and it's actually a good game, I'm going to be going crazy on it.
Yeah, man, it just showed so many things you could do in the game, in the trailer. Like, it showed so much going on that looks fun and looks... when I play a single-player open-world RPG, what I really want to do is I want to get lost in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be led around by the nose kind of thing, you know what I mean? I just want to hop in and not know what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hop into an open-world game and be like, okay, I'm going to hop in, I'm going to go... unlock all these towers, and then I'm going to do the objectives on the map, try to clear this section.
That's kind of what has been getting me more interested lately in survival games, is the fact that a lot of them...
Yeah.
You just are kind of there, and you just start...
Doing stuff. Yeah. You just find stuff to do organically, right? Like, there's that old saying, and if you want to have a good time in an Elden Ring game, then just pick a direction and start running. And that is true for those games. You can totally play the game that way, and it's way more fun that way for me. Just pick a direction, start running. Run into a random person asking for help them out. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like open world games for too long have been just doing this. It's almost like this new grind where it's just knock out these thousands of objectives, and it's almost like studios have been competing on how many objectives can they pack into a map. you know, to make you feel like you need to do all the things. And there'll be like 5 or 6 different types of activities, and then you just do those in each little region, and that's the game, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a little tired of it.
I am too, honestly. I think that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth even does that, but luckily that game is actually so good that...
Yeah. It pulls it off better because...
Yeah.
Well, I'll just be honest. That we already have an attachment to that world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just
helps.
getting to explore the world is the reason why those are...
Yeah, we're getting a deep dive into a world we already knew, which gives it a clear advantage. So yeah, I think it gets away with it, and I think it was done in a simpler. I was talking about this while I was streaming it. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth does it in a way where it doesn't feel annoying. It seems streamlined.
Like, for example, the towers.
Yeah, getting on and off your chocobo.
You activate them. It's not a bunch of. It's not like for example, the game with the most annoying version of that is the Breath of the Wild, where you have to climb up those towers, and sometimes they're really annoying and hard to climb up. Like, I hate doing those in games.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Assassin's Creed, that you started.
It's Assassin's Creed syndrome, yeah. This is the DDO one-player game? Yes, and that's why I wasn't interested in it until today, is because I was just like, whatever, right?
Pied Piper!
But this looks really good. It's called Crimson Desert. And it looks like it's actually... What it legitimately feels like to me is that, like, they made DDO, but that wasn't the actual vision they wanted to do, so they started doing Crimson Desert with the money they made off of DDO, and now they're making, like, a killer single-player game. That's what it really seems like.
Dude, it really looks freaking cool, too. If it's as good as this trailer makes it seem to be, then this game's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be
incredible. Now, I realize that it could come the day this game finally comes out and we were all deceived.
Yeah, sure.
But, like, if this game is what it is, then it looks awesome.
And it doesn't look like they're hiding anything in the trailer. That's why I actually have a little bit of faith in it, because it looks like they're just showing it. You know what I mean?
It
like
looks so epically grand. You know what I mean? Like, it's like...
The particle effects, too, man. I think they just nailed that. Like, look at that fire, like little splinters and sparks flying and little leaves blowing behind you and some of the weather effects. Like, man, it looks good.
Yeah, it really looks awesome. I love that there's so many different kind of races and creatures and monsters just in the trailer.
Yeah. Well, I think this is what I'm most excited about as far as everything we watched today. We watched some bangers, but this one is definitely probably the best one. And second, guys...
Yeah, let's continue covering this game as new stuff comes out. I'm interested in it.
Outward, too. I'm excited about that, too. That's going to be epic. The first Outward was so good and so unique and awesome. But I'm excited about this one, too. This should be pretty good. Great team that does this, little indie developer that makes these. And they're from somewhere they're from some country, some strange place that you don't see a lot of games coming from. Forgot, but... I can't remember, but because their culture is different, it helps with the game too, because they'll be like, how do you put this?
Talking about Outward, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about Outward. There'll be like creatures that we're not as familiar with in the Western or in the Eastern world. You know what I mean? Like you see some new
I see what
stuff.
you're saying.
Yeah, kind of like Witcher 3.
It'd be like if you played Valheim, and you had no concept of like Viking lore.
Yeah, I think Witcher 3 is a good example where you learned there was some really good stuff that's actually rooted in their lore, but it's very possible as an American you never heard of it, like those weird things that happens when a baby dies after birth and it turns into the little creature, and you have to go and bury it and give it a name, or else it'll be a nasty little sprite type creature, and then it will become a house guardian. And
I feel like I should play the first Outward just because it sounds
it's good.
Cool too.
It's really good, dude. You will love it.
It's on Steam right now. It's only $6.
Dude. Buy it on the platform you'll have the most fun playing, because it's cheap on all of them. And it's a great freaking game. Outward is an excellent. Does it feel good on a controller, or do you feel like it's better played it with
for
the
mouse and
controller.
keyboard?
I played it with the controller, even on the PC. I had it on PC. That's the only thing I ever bought it on, but I hooked up a controller.
Okay.
It worked awesome with the controller. I mean, I
Dude,
played it all over the keyboard and mouse. It worked fine. It
dang
worked fine on
cool,
keyboard and
man.
mouse too, but I ended up playing on controller.
This is just straight up like an RPG. This isn't like a survival game.
No, it's not a survival game. There are some very light survival things. Like I said, if you're traveling somewhere far away, you have to eat and drink, right?
Okay.
But it's very, 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 very light. Nobody should ever call this a survival game. It's not. You don't build things. It's not, heavily around surviving per se.
I just kind of assumed
It's
it
an
was a
RPG.
survival game, I guess, for some reason.
No, it's not. It is a straight up RPG, but done in a
Dude,
really
it looks
unique
cool,
way.
man.
Yeah.
Even the first one looks cool. I should get it. It's so cheap. I should get it.
So Doom Turkey said the problem he had with it was he didn't want to drop his backpack to fight. I forgot you had to do that. That actually is very strategic to the game because your backpack has all your stuff in it, like your food, your water, your supplies, torches, all the stuff that you really need. And when you get in a fight, I think if I remember right, you can fight with the backpack, but you're slow. So you'll want to drop all that weight so that you can kind of, roll around and be a little bit more nimble. And then after the fight, you go back and pick up your backpack. I actually was annoyed by that for like 10 minutes. And then I realized the genius behind it, which it makes you realize how important your stuff is. You know what I mean? Like you'll drop it on the ground, but you're kind of freaking out a little bit because that's all your stuff and you need it. You're screwed, right?
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
It actually
they wanted that to be an element.
They wanted it to be like that. They want it builds your brain as you're playing the game to be like, I can't lose this stuff, or like you'll like find a random cave and they'll be huge. Like you'll be like, oh, it's just some random cave. Cool, let me go in. And then suddenly it'll be like 6 hours later and you're still exploring this place. And you're just like, I can't believe there's this much stuff happening in this random cave, So good. And the corpse runs, dude, the way it's done, I love it so much, man. I love it. I love how...
Well, there's actually a PS5 version of the game.
Yep. I would recommend getting the definitive edition, if possible. Because it comes with some extra content, and they did fix a lot of stuff that was a little janky in the original release. The definitive version is definitely the way to go.
I feel like I should go ahead and buy it, even though I'm not going to play it like immediately because it's on sale. Even on the PS5 version's on sale for $8 right now, and that sale ends in like 3 days, and then it goes back to being $40.
I would grab it. It's a steal. I would recommend everybody pick it up.
Cool,
even if you can't play it now, it's something to pick up later. Super fun. I love it. It's a game I will never forget. Like that goes down in the Hall of Fame of RPGs, in my opinion. And yeah, we had a blast. I played with my wife, and it was so much fun.
It's cool that it's multiplayer.
Yeah, my wife would be freaking out, dude, because there's something about the way the game is developed and made to where you'll get like a couple of something rare or something good that you're really excited about, and you'll be trying to make your way back with it or whatever. And something bad will happen, like some bandits will attack you or whatever. And dude, you'll be freaking out. Like, I do not want to lose this. You know what I mean? I remember my wife, you know how there's always those scenes in movies where like somebody's never killed anybody before, but like they're brought to such a rage that they're forced to kill the person, and they'll be like hacking them long after they're dead, like in a fit.
Oh yeah.
Dude, my wife did that in the
somebody
game.
else there, like, I think that's enough.
Yeah, they're like, that's enough.
That's enough.
Yeah, they'll like to put their hand on their hand, like it's okay, it's over. My wife did that in this game, and it was hilarious. Like the thing was already dead, and she was literally screaming, like still hitting it. And I was like, okay, everything's fine. Jeez, calm down.
That's
hilarious. Good game. Well, guys, thanks for coming to the Nathan and Steve Show. We do this every Monday. We talk about all the gaming news, specifically anything we find about RPGs or MMOs, and we kind of react, watch videos, trailers, content, and just kind of react to it. Hope you guys had a good time. Thanks for the support. Next up tonight is I'll be streaming with the Static Group live on Twitch. I'll drop a link here for everybody. But we'll be streaming there, doing Pantheon Rise of the Fallen content over on Twitch. But they do also stream on YouTube on Static Group Live. Give me a second. I'll get you guys some links here. Here is their Twitch. Boom. Let me put it over on Twitch as well. If I can get it to work. So yeah, we'll be streaming over there tonight, so come check that out. It's going to be a good time. And then let's see, today's Monday. I'm not 100% sure what we're doing tomorrow, but I might start playing some Final Fantasy XIV, trying to start catch up tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. Dilgard stories for the win.
When does... Oh, yeah, play some Dilgard stories. When does that Dawn Trail come out? I forget it already.
Let's double check. It's summer. I think it's June, but let me double check that. Summer. They haven't given an exact time. That's what I was probably thinking. Most people, they currently expect it to arrive in June 2024. But it just says summer 2024 for sure.
Okay. All right.
So.
Well, thanks, everybody.
Yep. Thank you all. I don't remember my server. What do you remember a cluster name, Steve? I'd know it if I heard it. I'd know it if I heard it.
In what?
In Final Fantasy 14. You know how there's like clusters and servers. I don't remember.
Are we in the same one? I didn't think we were.
I think we're in the same cluster. We may not be on the same server, but that doesn't matter.
Oh, I know that I'm in. I know that I'm in Brynhilder or whatever it's called.
Let me look it up.
Brynhilder is the server I'm in.
I don't remember my server, to be honest. I switched. I used to be on the Midgard-Sormer server originally.
Yeah, I used to be on that too.
But I moved. But that means you're still on the same data set. I'm on the Aether. And I'm looking at the names. So there's Adamantoise, Cactuar, Fairy. I think I'm on Gilgamesh.
Oh, really? Then we're not in the same cluster.
What cluster are you on?
I'm in Crystal, and I'm on Brynhilder.
I could be wrong. I might not, but I'm pretty sure that's the server I'm on. I'm pretty sure I'm on Gilgamesh. Because that's on the same cluster as Midgard-Sormer, which I was on. I don't think that matters anymore, though. I think you can move clusters now.
I think you can.
I think they fixed that a while back.
You just can't do story quests when you're outside of your own world.
Right.
Or server, shard, or whatever you want to call it.
Right. All right.
But you can like still do dungeons and stuff.
Yeah, which is mainly what we'll probably be doing together and just playing through the story while we're chatting kind of thing, probably.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks so much for coming for the show. I'll see you guys over on Static Group Live over on Twitch here at, that. By the way, that's going live at 11 p.m. Central, 12 a.m. Eastern. We play for 2 hours. Got permission from Visionary Realms to stream Pantheon Rise of the Fallen, by the way, on Mondays. And then I'll be doing my stream on Thursday with my Paladin. I play the Cleric in that group. So come check it out. We're level 8 and 9. So we're moving up. We're going to have a good time. So thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.